sugar.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Crazy Crafter Livestream. My name is Colin Bresci, and I am the Crazy Crafter, joined as always by Michael Patterson from Nat1 Videos. Hello.
Hello.
And Daniel West. Oh, yes, we're good. We're good, brother. Daniel West, welcome back as always.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
Happy
yeah.
to be here.
Happy to have you. And then our featured guest this week, Sebastian from Atmoseeker. Welcome, my friend.
Hey, everyone. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Happy to have you. Welcome back. Oh, are you mute? Oh my goodness! Look at you. Fail already. He's got the audio up on the stream there. Uh oh.
Rookie mistake.
Listen, that's okay. Like, out of all the things that could have happened already so far on the stream, I think we've encountered them all before we've even started today. So that's okay. Like,
look, yeah, I said when off the camera, it's just like, oh, every time I go live, it's just everything usually fails before we start broadcasting. So I've brought that curse with me. So hopefully things don't go too haywire around here.
I don't think you brought that curse with you, my friend. I think they've existed here for the last 6 months. Happy 6-month anniversary, everyone! By the way, this is the 6 month.
Happy birthday.
6 months of the live stream every Sunday. That's what we're celebrating today. That's pretty cool.
Go.
That's what I call a long-term relationship.
It is a long-term. It's starting right. We're starting to get out of the honeymoon period though. So,
or if it's a baby, can you have solids yet?
Can you have solids yet? We tried to feed the stream solids today, and it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't think OBS Ninja tasted good. So here we are, back in the old realm. Well, Sebastian, we're thrilled to have you on the stream today. Huge fan of your channel and what you bring to Atmoseeker through the live streams, through your tutorial videos. Tell us a little bit about your channel, my friend.
Oh boy, yeah, I should have prepared something for this. And
it's early.
This is
we also made poor Sebastian get up at 7 a.m. for his stream. So, like, you rock for getting up early, mate, on your holiday to hang out with us.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it is early morning in Australia, and I had to get up a little earlier to put on pants and everything. But to get on here, it's a pleasure to be here. And if you aren't familiar with Atmoseeker, it's mostly a channel where I like to focus mostly on atmosphere and ambience, and I do a lot of experimentation with lighting and fog and a lot of terrain building to kind of enhance those encounters and role play situations that can happen. So it's mostly like I do craft like props and terrain and stuff, but I do kind of focus a lot on like the lighting and atmosphere aspects of D&D and other role-playing games. And today looks like we're just kind of dipping our toes into some science fiction stuff.
Yep. We'll dip it into the sci-fi realm, and I think one of the things that has definitely influenced me in my build, Sebastian, is the lighting component, right? And a lot of other folks too. I know Tabletop Witchcraft has used lights in their builds. A lot of other people have used lights in their builds, but when I started making the Fights on Foam diorama series, it was recent, like within the last month, one of the things that I wanted to incorporate was the lighting component, and that is 1,000% a direct influence from the inspiration that I received from watching your streams, from your content. So I implemented it, and other members of the of our community have utilized lights as well. But it was, can I utilize the light to create a very specific mood and feel? And I wanted to achieve that with the latest Kill Bill diorama, and I was overwhelmed at like how much that changed that piece. So that lighting and that direct impact and that you had on on me. It came through in that piece. So that's what I really dig about, again, our community feeding the community through inspiration. But lighting makes all the difference in the world, whether you are using it to create the ambiance for your players, or in game for your actual pieces of terrain as well.
Yeah, I've even noticed, like, even just with just very bare basic terrain, like a lot of the times when I'm DMing or running a game, I just like, oh, I've got this game tomorrow. I've got some models. I'll just throw like it's a rough dry brush on these things, and oh boy, even with just like some good lighting and stuff, it's allowed me to hide a lot of the jankiness of some of the stuff quite well. But it's I mean, not jankiness, but like it kind of accentuates more of the forms of what are there, and I think at the bare bones, like that's kind of like the basics of what you need when setting up an encounter on the table. Like a lot of my terrain that I do is a bit more kind of game orientated, so it's more like I want to have that functionality, but I also want to evoke that mood of where they are or what the party's doing, or the kind of the stakes and stuff. So so like the sound is a like we talk a lot about lighting, but like sound can be a very huge proponent of that kind of stuff too.
100%.
Like even if I had to pick like one atmosphere tool that I couldn't go without, like if I had to choose between lighting and sound, like sound would be one of the things I don't think I could do it without, because like you can always shut your eyes and have beach sounds going, and it's like, I'm at the beach. It's if you have some sound of where you are in the location. Like I know a lot of it's kind of to people's taste, because some people find that kind of stuff distracting, but not me. That kind of stuff grounds me down. Like everyone around the table is like, all right, we're in this industrial beholder's lair where he's just tearing people apart, and I've got the sounds for that, just to make it ever more enjoyable, if you're into beholders tearing people apart, I guess.
I was killed by one on Friday.
Oh boy!
I was
How
killed
did you
by
go?
One. It was an epic battle.
Was it the death ray?
It was the death ray. So the way our DM had it rolled up was we'd been fighting this siege on this battle. So this demon horde and this army had been basically brought from hell from hell to the city through portal. And this session of this battle, it's a siege that has been going on since late November. And we've been playing this for like a couple times a month for the last few months. And it culminated last night in underneath the city. There were two ancient monsters there, like gargantuan. There was a dragon and there was a beholder. And the demon awoke the beholder, and one of our other players, it's his city. He basically he ended up getting to ride and become like this epic giant dragon god from way back when. So we fought this beholder. So we all were on top of him, riding around fighting this beholder, and it just like it happens in the game. The death ray was the DM rolled to see which eye stalk attacked, and he rolled the death ray like 3 or 4 times in a row. And it it popped on me. We were all low HP except our buddy who transformed into this magnificent dragon, and it happened.
Sounds like some high level campaign.
Dude, you and Richard need to connect at some point, because a collaboration between you two. Our DM runs the RPG Daily. It's a YouTube channel, and his is about helping other folks DM and offer world building tips and technique. And he's a fantastic DM. But it happened to be where he rolled the death ray, and it hit me a couple of times. Like the odds were not in my favor, and it wasn't like, oh, death saves or anything. It was just outright death. And I think it caught everyone off guard, because everyone was like, oh, we're on this dragon, we're like fighting for our lives, but everyone's kind of like having fun on the back of the dragon. And then I died, and everyone, like, the mood changed. Everyone's like,
oh jeez.
it was
Revivify?
so So unbeknownst to me, our cleric actually packed, I can't remember the spell, but he was able to bring me back. But I'm missing a leg. I'm missing my left leg. So the session literally ended with me coming back to life surrounded by like this ritual, and then me asking who was going to carry the hill dwarf barbarian. So I was like, who carries me? And then the DM's like, and that's where we're going to end. Who carries the dwarf now? So
oh boy,
it was that death ray, bro. That death ray.
See, that's what a lot of people forget about D&D. Is like it's a deadly game.
A deadly game.
It's meant to be like, fraught with peril and just danger, and that's why I think that's what appeals me a lot to a lot of the old school like the OSR kind of stuff. A lot of stuff that Questing Beast talks about on his channel. That they have these variations of D&D with these other rule sets, some of the original rule sets, and it's a lot more deadly. Like sometimes I just love that level 1 play, that character where you're just like, I'm just a dude, like a pig farmer with a torch, and I got out of this maze alive somehow, and now I'm the hero. I'll build into that hero kind of thing. But dying at such a high level is hard, I think, because you've grown attached to your character.
2 years playing him, and like I was very much prepared to be like, whoa, that's it. Like I did not know that I didn't know that anyone had the ability or had packed the spell to bring me back or try to bring me back.
It's the cleric text. If you got a cleric who's past level 5, they got to be taking Revivify. You got to find that 300 gold diamond, and you got to.
That's what was actually purchased before we started the siege way back when we found. Like he made sure he went to he went on the hunt for that diamond. Yeah. In case, because you never know. This one we hadn't had a long rest since it'd been months since we'd had it, and it was since November, and it was cool. Like I am also a fan of any DM that challenges the players and forces you out of your comfort zone. So how do I play normally a hill the battle raging barbarian that I am? I can't just run into combat anymore. I have no more rages left. I ain't got no more rages left. How do I utilize my strategy and gameplay? And I thought that was that was a fun task like we were given.
I think a lot of DMs or GMs are like, even me, like I was originally like scared of like high level stuff. Is like they could just circumnavigate everything I do, like they can. But the point of like high level stuff is just you just get more options of what the player characters can do, and it's interesting to see how players can be creative to kind of like get out of these situations, or it's still not deadly,
right.
It's it's a hell of a game. I look, I'm still kind of new to it, surprisingly enough. I've only been running games for like 5 years. Like I wish I discovered this thing when I was like, teenager in high school. Oh boy, would have made those lunches a lot less lonely. I reckon. Just rolling dice and having all kinds of adventures. Because now I'm just like, I feel like I'm playing catch up. I've just got all these adventure ideas I want to do. And like a lot of the one shots I've been able to do with people has been a great way to explore those. Like we had a good Western one last year, which was just D&D, but all set in like a Western town kind of stuff. But
that's fun.
But it was all like I had all the like Western music, and it was all kind of like the scenario was basically Magnificent Seven kind of very scenario like this. This town down on its luck being bullied by this prospector guy and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. And then they had these glory days of like riding. Do you guys know what ankegs are?
No.
Oh yeah.
So they're these burrowing creatures, these large burrowing creatures that spit acid everywhere. And they had they had the glory days of riding those things through the mines in there. It was a fun game. It turned into like a two-parter, I think. Yeah, I love that you can just the D&D isn't just fantasy. It can just be a different varieties of locations and scenarios and stuff. And I mean, with the science fiction stuff, like I don't know if you guys have played any kind of like sci-fi.
I haven't. I was going to ask you about that today, and that's something I wanted to do more research on before we stream today. But I was going to say, have you played any sci-fi RPGs that you really enjoyed?
I think probably the only thing I've kind of dabbled, I've read a little bit of Starfinder stuff, and that's adjacent to like Pathfinder kind of rules. So it's got like it's very encompassing with the kind of amount of rules that it has and stuff. But like I was kind of doing a lot of D&D at the moment, and it was like I feel like I have to like study this for a long time to get a good grasp of it. But probably the only other thing like I've actually like run couple of games for was a game called, put it on my shelf here, it's called Coriolis, the Third Horizon. So it's this book by let's see if I could switch to this one. There we go. So we've got it by the Free League. So I think they're a Swedish publisher or something. So it is it's a D6 based system, and they have a whole universe that you can explore.
Wow.
But the twist on it is you can kind of see it a little bit in the art. It's like Lawrence of Arabia, but
I was
going to
say that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah.
So it's like got that little Arabian twist to things.
I love it.
And I love the system that I have for rolling dice, and just like even the music that I had prepared for it was like that kind of Arabian feel to kind of space travel, and it has this interesting thing with like the gods and stuff. So there's like a religious aspect of it, but they have the religion is actually like functional within this kind of thing, but it's not like preachy or anything. But it's like there are these deities in there that could be aliens or something kind of governing this darkness that presides throughout this universe. So it was a lot of fun to kind of read up the lore and that kind of thing. So yeah, cool system.
So Coriolis is going to
like
be one that I add to the wish list. That's going to be one I have to play for sure.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Even just coming up with like because I set up the game room for like we had like a session 0 kind of thing. And so it was cool because I could kind of cross over a little bit with the D&D stuff I've got. So I had some like drapery. So I guess I'm kind of like a interior decorator, but for D&D. So so we had some like drapery kind of stuff that I usually have for D&D. But then I had that contrast with some LED lighting, like cylinders and stuff. So it was like a spaceship kind of sit in this. And we had like the projector coming down from the ceiling. And it had like a map that I could control from the laptop and like zoom it out and explain, track it around. So it was like a galaxy map from Mass Effect. I was hoping to show that in the last live stream, but I didn't quite have anything set up there. So I figured I had my hands full enough with the lights. But yeah, I've got it set up there next time to give it a go.
You'll have to show it.
Yeah, I want to do a whole kind of setup around the room, maybe a series or so with some more kind of sci-fi, science fiction stuff, just to show that like you can do the atmosphere, ambient stuff for both, and kind of cross over a bit. So,
you'll have to do a sci-fi version of your LED medieval torch, but you'll have to do it for maybe it's an electronic version of it where it's it's a handheld like electronic torch for the game, or maybe it's one that's like mounted in a hallway of a spaceship. I'm just watching it flicker there in the background and go, I want all of those like at my next gaming session. I'm totally like
definitely.
I'm gonna build that's on my build list too for when hopefully eventually we resume in-person sessions. So when people show up, I just got Atmoseeker torches everywhere. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, look, and if people are watching, and if you do like that kind of thing, I do have a video on the channel that you can watch and make that one yourself.
You can.
That's the plug.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
Posted it.
Sorry, I wasn't.
Oh
I wasn't sure if I was-
That's
I
why
was stepping
I'm
my
mentioning
bounds
it.
there, but-
You found exactly like I lobbed that big ol' softball up there and you hit it out of the park. I was hoping you would mention it because it is on the channel.
Meet
and
you halfway.
Yeah, thank you for meeting me halfway. But like, it's cool, man. Like, if you guys are just looking at Sebastian's background, everything that he's got set up, it's small things that really do go a long way. Little things like the torches, the LED candles are a great one that I know a lot of people have featured, but just in hiding, some of just that Halloween mesh that you've talked about before that you can use to disguise some chords or from where like sound like speakers are coming from. It's just what I love about it, Sebastian, is it's a theatrical event. It's an event when you show up to one of your sessions. It's great. I love that. Like, I am, Danny and I are of the theater, and like that's the realm and world we live in. So D&D, RPGs, all of it is a theatrical. It's a theatrical event. It's a theatrical.
That's
event.
what I think. Yeah, like because we're all like because I have games very infrequently. We probably only catch up like once a month. All right, with some groups. Some groups even just like we had the last one canceled, so it was like it's been like 2 months since the last game. When those things come around, it's like what you say. It's like an event that kind of happens, and like, there's nothing makes it a bit more special. And like by all means, you don't need all of this stuff. You don't need any of this stuff to run D&D. But I kind of feel like it makes it a little bit special.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, one of Zane Morgan from Zane Morgan Crafts is wanting to talk a little bit about your background setup. Like, what do you have back there?
Well, what I have back here? Well, it's kind of moved around a bit since kind of moving the studio into this corner. We're in a garage at the moment. So usually we've got cars. We haven't parked the cars in the garage for a long time, just because I've got all this stuff going on. Now I've got all these lights and stuff happening.
Studio.
So first of all, let your cars rust and drink lots of scotch in the garage, and then you put up some shelves up here. Some Billy bookcases, put all your stuff in there. So I've got all my books and terrain ready on hand behind me, so I can, switch back and forth.
Nice.
Make sure you kind of stretch out a bit so you don't pull something.
Don't pull something.
So I got all my minis and stuff back here and stuff, but it's all kind of like the less interesting stuff. So a little bit kind of hidden down there. You can kind of see a little bit, but other than that, we've got a couple of floodlights up around here that I use. This is mostly for filming, just because they're just silent. Because I noticed that with a couple of the new LED par lights that I have, which are like these DJ kind of vent kind of lights, they have a fan in them. But once you have like ambient sound going and stuff, you can't really hear them that much. But I probably don't use them as much for filming. Other than that, I got some LED little candle things here. This little, you gotta raid all the like Halloween stores and stuff, like just like the day after the Halloween, and just like like a kid in the candy store getting all these like candelabras and stuff, little book boxes here. These are great because they're like you can fill them with stuff. So I've got a whole bunch of like coins and cards and stuff, but they also kind of fill up the space pretty well. The fireplace here, I'm not sure if you can see it very well from that angle, but there is that's all made from foam. That's all. I think I stole the foam from it does like it was. They forgot about it. All right, like it was just gathering. It was getting moldy. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to turn it into a fireplace. There we go. So I'm not advocating stealing stuff, but sometimes it's you gotta find. Look, I don't spend a lot of money on this hobby, so I try to keep it frugal where I can.
No judgment. No judgment.
Yeah, no judgment. No judgment.
Other than that, I've just
tell me your secrets.
How
do you keep it about keeping it frugal, Michael? Is that the secret? Yeah. If you can reveal that secret, this live stream will go viral, Sebastian. Everyone will be like, "How do you do it?"
I think even like with a lot of the craft stuff I like do on the channel, like I don't have a lot of like specialty paints and stuff. Now I've started getting some model paints and some nicer things, but usually it's just like the craft paint, and like you can get big chunks of foam and everything. Like craft stores, like foam board and EVA foam and stuff from like hardware stores and stuff, and you get big sheets of stuff pretty cheap. So like, I think other than like the specialty stuff, like for this science fiction diorama that I'm supposed to be working on right now, I've got a lot of the 3D printed parts that probably not a lot of people have access to 3D printers, but right. Like you can. I mean, I know you were using a lot of hardware store kind of like I save a lot of chicken McNugget containers and like these would be the little dipping sauce thing, like that's a great thing for like I've got them right here. Okay.
I mean,
you can use this on the terrain.
They're perfect. It's... Those painted up would look great, especially in the sci-fi realm. Like there's so many different cool bits and bobs. I love I'm so glad you sent me the link to miscast, like those little bits and bobs. Like I'm going to use that stuff because I'm looking at that stuff. I'm like, that's a cool, I could still use this for some wild machine that ends up in the D&D world. Like it's not just the sci-fi stuff. It has its place in the fantasy realm too, a little bit. So, if you haven't seen Miscast channel, that's quite good too. He's got an interesting take on the film style. I quite like. It's a bit more kind of. I
think he's professionally a film person.
Is he?
Apparently,
yeah. Feels that way.
According to Luke from Geek Gaming Scenics was saying that he's like a proper professional film person. So I think
it certainly helps.
Yeah, just un poquito. Well, this is a good way to segue into the build today. When we talked about what we wanted to build and work on the stream today, Sebastian suggested, he's like, well, could we try some like creating a sci-fi hallway and kind of working with some sci-fi terrain, and we haven't done a whole lot of that on the stream, and I thought that would be a lot of fun. Now this is based off of a little bit of the dimensions. I think you just grabbed it there, Sebastian, but kind of the dimensions. I saw you. Yeah,
saw you were going.
Show us a little bit about it.
So this is one I've made on the channel. It's like a ice cavern diorama kind of thing. So I'm kind of using the dimensions there. Let's see if I can. So we got a little bit of that terrain there, and I've kind of started basing this on it. So we've got.
What are you doing right now with similar... What is this doing? It's this 360 like panoramic.
He's got one of those.
Are you moving it around? Look at that!
It's a little new trick.
I've got stream envy. I've got stream envy with the gadget that you have. That's so cool. I love that panoramic.
It's just not very
view.
quiet. You can hear it though.
I don't care. It's cool. You can hear it all you want.
As soon as I get the budget, I'm getting one of those.
Yep.
Doing a sci-fi stream. Servo sounds are perfectly all right.
Servo sounds are perfect.
All right, yeah, it's a good. It's like my little droid here. He's help me out with the live stream, aren't you, pal? There we go.
You've got droids. Daniel's got gremlins.
Yeah,
this isn't fair.
You do.
No, that's a new toy. That's can I show it for you guys?
Show it.
So I'm like this is a little YouTuber side by side, I guess. So we've got. So this is like I just got it off Amazon. So it's a little kind of dolly car kind of thing. I think it was about 70 Australian dollars. It's got a little motor in there, and you can turn the wheels on it to kind of
so cool.
Make it pivot around so it can kind of follow a track.
You've got to name your like droid, Sebastian. What is the name of your droid?
His name is Newer. That's what's on there.
Good name. Oh, that's so cool. I love that, Sebastian. That's a really cool tool. I love
But that was his debut.
Yay!
So exclusive here. I was using him for my video as well. You can kind of set it so you have these like nice tracking shots where you can kind of track it if you want to change that. There we go. Just watch this, guys. All right, so we've got it
This
there.
isn't going to be us building any sci-fi terrain today. It's just going to be us having Sebastian show off his cool new toys, and I'm okay with
Make the
that.
camera move again. Make the camera move.
That's cool.
Tracking in. And there's nothing there because that's all I've done on the stream so far. I've cut this foam thing. So it's the same dimensions. It's 6 inches by I think it's about 6 inches high as well, and then 12 inches across. And the idea with keeping it to those dimensions is that if you're playing like D&D or something, it's so usually about 6 inches is like one movement increment. So you don't have to put like a grid on this kind of thing. So you could have it like, all right, I double move to the end of it, or you kind of have a idea of the space GM wise, so you can get an idea on ranges. So I know a lot of people like to put grids on their terrain. I'm not. I kind of like. I'll put it on there if if it calls for it. Like,
Sure.
All right, this is like a dungeon where it's got tiled flagstones, so I'll put a grid on there maybe. But usually, I don't like that to kind of define the terrain too much. But that's just a personal style.
That was part of the conversation last week. So that's yep.
Oh, that's right. You guys did a little chat about the dungeon tiles.
That's right. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm not opposed to one of the other. Most of my terrain is gridless. Most of it's gridless, and I don't know. Most of it I feel like you can gauge with the minis that have a base on it, and you can move them around. But I really like this setup that you have here for the hallway interior here, Sebastian, where you have it set up in such a way that I like the cutout, because the cutout's giving me all sorts of ideas, like everything from lighting to was suggested the other day on the stream. Where is it? Oh my gosh, it's around here somewhere. Anyway, you can take we painted up some drywall patch tape, and we painted it red, and all of a sudden it looks like laser beams that are like it's a laser trapment door. That came from Amy Root, who's out there in the chat. And it looked that was that little picture that I sent you that was like testing it out with like the red backdrop. We were trying to make the laser screen door, but
awesome.
I'm digging the hole so you can add more elements. It gives you some layers to remove it so things can interact below the surface of the terrain, or you can layer it in. You've got some grates there. What else are you thinking about?
Well, I've got these grates were kind of printed from Miscast, and these were a real hassle to print. Like you can see, even I'll show underneath. Like it's like I had them first laid flat on the bed, and because they got these tiny holes.
Yep.
Just like there's probably like some bake properties or something for the layers that didn't get quite right. So I ended up just like pre-supporting the bottom. But I think as long as the top was flat, I kind of didn't mind. That if it got a bit wonky underneath.
Sure.
So now I've kind of cut this hole in the sides of these so I can have this grate. I think the style of terrain I'm going for is like maybe Aliens, in the you guys have seen Aliens, with the Marines going around. So like this be cool. Like it could pop up underneath. And I've got some like pipes and stuff I've got here. I'm gonna try, maybe I could put some underneath it to kind of show like just a little bit of
I like that
X-ray underneath it. I've also got it like propped up a little bit just to kind of you see I've got like a lip here, so I was going to kind of build this up around the sides, and so I could have some like exposed pipes and wires and stuff around it. So the idea was that I could have this also, like you could use this as part of a series of stuff, but you could still plonk this in the middle of like a total like game setup, like a board, and it would still have like that riser to it that you could have that exposed stuff. So it could sit on its own as a like independent kind of scatter piece, but
Nice.
you can have it as like an online diorama as well. And it's nice to have that like X-ray kind of thing. I was thinking having like a ladder going through like one of this, so you have like almost like a cutaway kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I do
Takes
have a
you away
ladder
to another level.
that I printed it on there, so we'll see how that goes.
I like
So,
that.
that's all I'm thinking.
These are good. These are good ideas, man. I'm digging that setup. That's gonna be fun to build. Danny, what are you working on today? Like, what's kind of your setup and for the Sci-Fi Scatter? What was your inspiration? What idea?
I have been making a mess. Making a mess. I spent a little bit of time this morning really quickly designing. It's a very small piece. It's like a 3x6 because I'm trying to keep the scope small because I'm not gonna I don't think I'm gonna finish what I planned. So just a little 3x6 sort of, maybe you put a mini on it or something. Okay. And it's going to be sort of a wall. I've been lasering acrylic so I can try to get some LEDs on it.
Dude.
While we've been talking in this beginning portion, I've been taking UTP and just soldering LEDs to it. And
oh my God. I haven't done anything with like LED soldering and stuff, so I'm terrified. I haven't had much luck. I've electrocuted myself a couple of times, so I'm a little,
oh, no.
I'm a little more sheepish. So
this is I'm staying low voltage. I'm keeping it low voltage
just in case.
So,
that's good.
Yeah, look, I'm tinkering with like smoke machines where it's got like a heating element in it and stuff. So don't touch the wires, kids.
Sound advice for the children out there: don't touch the wires, kids.
Got to get that glycerin all smoky. Yeah, so I'm just kind of prepping some LEDs, and I've got a breadboard off to the side, and I've always kind of thought, hey, I should just get some UTP and put some leads on some LEDs, and so I'm just kind of doing that right now, and it'll help me in future projects. And I realize that I've said UTP several times without saying what it is because I'm stupid.
I don't know what that means.
It's an abbreviation for Universal Twisted Pair, which is just Cat 5, Cat 6, those kind of Ethernet cables. When you break them apart, you've got 5 different twisted pairs of cables, and they are my absolute favorite to deal with any kind of electronic thing.
Cool.
Because they stay together. They're already pre-twisted. They're a nice little solid core wire. One of them, they're color coded. One of them solid. One of them striped. So it's really easy to differentiate your anode and cathode as long as you like stay sort of like consistent. And yeah,
that's a good tip. Because I got loads of like old Ethernet cables that just the little plasticky thing at the end is all broken. So
yeah, so you've got everything you need. You've got everything you need to start playing with LED. You've got the any kind of Cat 5 cable. It's
awesome.
It's all there. Yeah.
Because I've got to be fair, when people are saying like Sebastian's good with lights and stuff, I'm all like the lights that you project onto stuff.
Sure.
I'm a little baby when it comes to like soldering stuff. I am gonna do it. Like I'm getting there, but like I'm taking any kind of like little tidbits you got to kind of put some lights and things. 'Cause that is something like I've loved about like not just terrain, but like that I've seen a lot on. I'm watching a few channels where they have they show a lot of the miniature buildings and stuff that they shoot for like film and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
How we do like the passes where they do the model pass and then they put all the lights and little diodes and stuff. And yeah, like you hit the nail on the head that it's when you're doing sci-fi terrain, it's gonna have some lights in it. I haven't really touched about what kind of lights I'm putting in mine. I'm doing like the simple route of just like I've got some LED strips. I was going to have like this window in the background, and it's going to be like an updrop, like kind of light, so you could change the environment where this is kind of set. So it's kind of like like a window kind of thing. But
Sure.
yeah, welding, soldering diodes and stuff, that's still a scary thing to me at the moment. So I got to kind of work up my courage. I've got the solder, I've got some diodes and stuff. I just one day, well, yeah, one day I'll do it. But you're encouraging me to take a step with those cables. So
Yeah, just do it. I mean, just like
Just do it and don't shock yourself, Sebastian.
well, it sounds
shock
like if I go
yourself.
low voltage, that's
fine.
not going to be much of an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I started doing. I mean, I only started doing LED and small stuff later on, because I started doing like taking like 12 gauge Romex and like doing 120 volt stuff. Like that's where I learned how to do electricity. Was doing the like stuff that would kill you. But yeah. So this shouldn't be scary. I mean, the worst thing that happens is that it doesn't work most of the time. You know, and I run into that all the time where I'm like, I got a plan. Nope, that was a failure. It was a catastrophic failure.
Do you know much about like Arduino kind of stuff? I've heard that term thrown around quite a bit. Is it like a...
My plan, I don't code very well, or at all really, but my plan for the day, if anything works out at all, is to take this Arduino Nano and use it as a brain to create a couple different flashes across these things. So I'm not actually going to create a finished product probably, but I'm going to keep everything inside the breadboard and just have the little LEDs run out from there, and we'll see if any of that works. Nice. We'll see if any of it works.
So Arduino is kind of like a brand. It's like a. So
Arduino is a company, right? It's an open source microcontroller. So you can load your own code into it, and it's it's just like a really almost like a simple computer, but it's not, because it's a microcontroller, which is slightly dumber than a computer. But you can just load your code into it and make it do some things. And the easiest one by far, like the one you learn to do first, is just make an LED blink. Like the Arduino starter kit number 1 is make an LED blink. And so my hope is to copy and paste a couple different versions of that onto this, maybe with some different variations, and without having to figure out some real coding, I'm just gonna do LED blink in different iterations to make it happen, because several of my more complicated experiments with Arduino have just been utter failures, just utter failures.
That's how we learn.
Yeah,
that's how we learn.
I mean, I can't count the amount of videos that I've put together, and it's just like, I'm putting this in the trash because it's just a complete failure. It was a good idea. I like the end, but sometimes those failures, they lead to something else. They lead to the thing that you get to in the end. So fingers crossed it all works out for you.
Yeah, my problem, I think, ultimately was that I was trying to teach myself how to do small electronics and coding simultaneously. So whenever something didn't work out, I didn't know if it was because I didn't know electronics or because I didn't know coding. And I had no way of figuring out which one it was that I had messed up.
Well, this is you guys have got solid plans here. This is good. Michael, what are you working on over there? I know you found you had an old laptop that you were cannibalizing, yeah?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what you got. Oh my gosh, look at this.
I'm just gluing one bit here. 1 second.
Yeah.
I found I had an old laptop that I took. I all I needed was the hard drive. The rest was fried. So I took the hard drive out and then just start ripping bits out of the laptop. So I've just built a little.
Awesome! Look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
I love it. Using the natural.
I don't know. I mean,
it's already finished.
Yeah, it's done.
Join us
next week.
This is like just cardboard and then black paint, obviously with a bit of silver paint, and then just sticking bits in from the laptop.
I love it.
So,
Yeah, it's cool, man. I like it.
Two-
Are you
two
gonna
more
put like that grill part? Looks like it'd be great for like some lights to come up through or something. I don't know. It
That's a
can't
good
be.
idea, actually.
Yeah, sci-fi. It seems like you have to put like lights and everything.
Yeah,
You have to.
I've got flicker lights. I've got these little things. This is as good as I've got at the minute.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
See, at least you. So here's what I did. You all are pulling out your battery cases, your flicker lights. I had leftover LED strips from the Kill Bill diorama. I have like a whole thing of it because I only needed a very small diameter of it. So I ordered some battery cases. I was like, oh, no big deal. I'll just connect these to the LED strips. Yeah. I ordered 3.7 volt lithium ion battery cases, not the 3 volt AA batteries that I have. So I went to like input them in and they're tiny and they didn't fit. And I was like, oh, I see that I have ordered 3.7 volts. So, I do not have my lighting set up for today. I have an idea for the lighting, which is cool and I know will work. The Simpson ties here are just wide enough on the backside to fit an LED strip here in between. So once you mount this, like basically lay down the LED strips, measure that out, layer this down onto a piece of foam or cardboard, and now once you light those up, the Simpson grating here will be underlit through the LEDs, and I think that'll look really cool when I get the actual right casings for my lighting sometime this week. So or batteries. I guess I could do batteries too now. So
Yeah, what I was going to do, I think this is the thing. Is this what you're talking about? The little pack that goes onto like the LEDs?
Yeah,
the
that's exactly it.
Battery pack?
Yep.
All right, well,
Yep.
I have it. So I'll...
Yay! Thank goodness someone knows what the hell they're doing.
Here you go.
Yeah,
Have it here.
I'll just pull it
There we
virtually.
go. Yeah, so I got this hooked up. I was going to use this for like the backdrop. Let's see if I can switch it like cam so you can see it a bit better. So you can change the color of it. So I was just going to use that for maybe like I've got a couple of them that I'll put them underneath it, but I do have this idea for like this backdrop kind of thing, like like an up lighting kind of thing to show these different environments that you could change the colors of. So yeah, so those are a really good like simple way to do it. And I think what I like about these is that you can keep chaining them on. So you could, like you could piece them onto the terrain in the way that like you'd have the sockets on like the side of it.
Yep.
And then if you're like, oh, I want to keep this whole way going.
Yep.
Like maybe if you use like a USB adapter or something, so you'd have that constant voltage through it. Then you could kind of click these in together as like almost like modular, connected lighting kind of thing. I like that idea of it. I've also got this really kind of cheap way of doing lighting, which is this. Sometimes I use these a lot for a lot of the games, where these are like little LED balloon lights that you can get for parties, and these are like just little contained LED little things. And you could just throw them in, or just like glue them in.
Yep.
Like sure, they've got a little contained battery in it, so you probably want to attach it in a way that you can replace it. But they're like super cheap. You can buy like a pack of like 1,000 of them or something. So I got a ton of them. But
you've got a few.
Especially if you had like a pinhole in here or something, and you had this kind of like behind it or something, that's a good way to have like a solid light and stuff. So simple way, like if you don't want to like wire or anything, that's these are cool.
That's a great idea.
And,
I should have went with balloon lights.
Yeah, you see, you can just light quite a few and just throw them in there.
That's amazing because I'd forgotten I had some of those, Sebastian, and Tina sent me some, and now I'm going to go get them and I'm going to put them in my diorama.
Woohoo!
That is
awesome. Yeah, good. Yeah, and these are just like, I think you can buy them color changing, but I personally just buy them in solid colors just so I can control it a bit more. But I've definitely used them in game where I've just blue tacked them to the top of just like a washer and just like stuck it, and it's like a little torch. Like if you wanted like just a some cheap way of like throwing lights in a terrain kind of thing. Like I had them like some good amber ones. We had a nice like library set up, and I was very kind of early GMing kind of stuff, so I didn't have a lot of terrain kind of stuff. But that was a good easy way of just throwing a little bit of lighting and stuff. And a couple of them were slightly faulty, so they flickered a bit. So little slight win there for
Even better.
some bad quality. Yeah. There you go. I was now just trying to cut a hole in this thing from a window. I've gone asymmetrical on this thing, so I'm not putting it in the center.
What is the red bit you have there, Sebastian? That's great. I love that.
So this is from one of the kids' toy packaging. It is they had they bought this like underwater shark set kind of thing, and it had like all the like little it not included in here. I've detached them just because they wanted to play with them or eat them. So these are just all removed, all the little like guns and torpedoes and stuff. And
nice.
Got this little frame thing.
Love that. It looks really cool.
I'm gonna use that for my window.
I like that
window. This is the part of the crafting stage where you don't quite, where everything's just going to be like a jangled mess of just like different colored stuff, and then when you hit it with that like primed spray paint, then you start to see it all kind of pieced together. But it is like that's where you got to keep an eye out for. You got to keep an eye out for this garbage that you're going to just glue into to make amazing terrain.
I mean, it works. It's really cool. Some of the best pieces that you have can be found through just recycling whatever you got on standby.
It feels good karma-wise. Like it's like this is just going to go to landfill or a recycling plant.
Right.
I'm gonna save the planet one craft at a time.
One craft at a time. That's true. That's a good philosophy. I like that philosophy. It could use a few more people with that mentality. Let's save it. Let's save it a little bit. One craft at a time. It's the next green initiative, everyone.
Yeah, everyone just start turning your garbage into D&D stuff.
Into D&D stuff. If everyone played more D&D, the world would be saved. I'm convinced.
So. Is that what we're saying?
I'm convinced. That's what I'm saying.
I like that. It just because I'm not sure a lot of people. I mean, I guess a lot of people tuning in use terrain, and I know some people are on the fence. A lot of people like to use theater of the mind kind of stuff, and it's. I personally like using terrain, even if we don't even have like an encounter or a fight or anything. Sometimes I just like to throw the terrain on there, just so everyone's kind of grounded into the kind of environment that they're in. So sometimes it's just like I guess the D&D equivalent of like a conversation starter. Just everybody, we're in this town. I've got these cute little buildings and stuff, and people see the like. They get into the spirit of it a bit, and I think that's kind of what I try to do. Is I like to try and nurture those little seeds of role play where I can, because I know they can be hard to root out to some people. Because I get like people have different styles of play, different like we definitely have more quieter kind of subdued players, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes if you can encourage some things where you can. I'm enjoying that a lot now. I've seen players kind of come to the surface a bit more if there is that kind of good surrounding kind of feeling.
It definitely
everyone's
helps.
kind of on the same page,
and a lot. I think that helps with the ease, like you said, the ease of potentially people that maybe have never met before either. And if you're going to meet and play this role playing game, like that can be a lot to ask. And it's just that trust that you have. It's a big deal. I'm looking back here in the chat a little bit, going back a ways. Tabletop Witchcraft is saying that this week he's jumping into wiring this week, so we'll have to stay tuned this week for what John does.
Oh, cool.
And then Damien from the Cave of Crafting, welcome. Damien's with this here on the stream, former guest on the live stream. Welcome back, brother. Damien says he's about to actually take his very first stab at lighting, just using a string of fairy lights that I'm using for backlighting the windows of a Book Nook build. Oh, that's cool. I thought about running out to to the store late last night and just grabbing some kind of fairy lights like that. Then I was just like, nah, I've got stuff on standby. I just need to get the right battery, or send them back, and I will be well. Actually, I think I'm going to keep the 3.7 volt ones because then they'll be rechargeable, and I can just reuse them over and over again, so I don't have to
those
go through batteries.
Those fairy lights can be good though. Like I've got a good set of just like the it's just the wired ones.
Yeah.
And you can change the color, and like even that they have like preset modes sometimes, like with like the flicker or like the chasers that they have in there. So that's some advanced stuff that can be built into like those twinkle lights that it can be a little bit trickier to pre-program yourself. It's probably David's working out how to program these things.
I'm a Danny.
Sorry.
No worries, man.
I'm still learning names. I'm so sorry.
There's so many people on this. There's a lot of names to learn on this stream, brother. It's all good. I see Chris Elst out there too. Welcome, Chris Elst. That one's for Chris. He'll know what that is. And then who else is out there? We got someone else is out there. Where'd they go? I just saw them. David Dickinson. Welcome, David. I was chatting with David in your stream yesterday. He's saying that LEDs are usually run on 6 volts or 9 volts max, super safe and fun. Yep. Although if I could find a way to shock myself with them, David, I surely will find it, and I'm sure I will at some point. So we'll see.
My brother-in-law is called David Dickinson.
Oh, well, it's not David Dickinson. It's David Dixon. This is Dixon.
Oh.
I misspoke it. It's David Dixon. Welcome, David. Oh my goodness. Well, this is a good time if you're new to the stream and you haven't done so and you enjoy the content that you're seeing here. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications. The biggest way to support me in the channel right now. Be sure to subscribe and like to the Crazy Crafter. And if you haven't done so, we put a link to Sebastian up in the description here. I know it's floating in the chat. But if you haven't checked out Atmoseeker yet, you got to go check out Atmoseeker as well.
He's really got some great, great content.
And
really
thanks, guys.
Yeah. Danny, how is your build coming along there? Where are you at with yours?
You know, I made a plan and then I changed the plan, and it's almost like I'm consistently myself every week. So right now I'm just gouging out some things. So I've got this very thin floor piece, and I prematurely put my first. I don't know. I
like that.
It's sort of.
Is that like a beam or a beam that you're putting in the hallway?
Yeah, it's going to be like 4 trusses that I'm putting in place to sort of hold up a thing. I did when I realized we were going to do sci-fi corridors. I went to my friend, the Google. And I just went to an image search, and one thing that I really enjoyed looking at in the corridors was sort of that, and it's an aesthetic that is prevalent and I just never paid attention to. It's sort of that square hallway in a lot of them, sort of that tubular feeling hallway.
Yes.
And so I thought that I would try my hand at emulating that, for better or worse. Because right now I've made a mess of it, but we got a little time left.
It looks good.
I like that. I like that beam. It kind of reminds me of Mass Effect a little bit.
Yep.
That when I was looking at sci-fi RPGs, because they're like, I had a little bit of an itch to run a sci-fi campaign. There is like a rule set out there, I think, for like a Mass Effect.
Ooh, that'd be a fun one.
Yeah, because I played that. I played that quite a bit.
It's a great game.
A lot of people say 2 is their favorite, but I gotta say I like 1 the
I
most.
like 1 a lot too. 2 is fun, but 1 was still like, man, I logged hours on that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. What it was. Maybe it was a bit more open, I guess. And maybe they streamlined it a bit more for 2. But I like the feel of that world. So yeah, that's what that beam says to me.
Mass Effect.
If it's bringing back happy memories for you, I'll take it. Right now, this team is causing me nothing but strife. So
I'm just trying to cut a hole in some foam core. I'm trying to do multiple passes, so it's a
Yeah.
nice clean cut. It's not going well for me, but
I s-
maybe it's the early morning. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've got,
you are streaming
haven't
super early.
I
Super
haven't
early.
had my coffee yet.
Oh
I'm
no!
definitely a coffee. Well, everyone's still asleep in the house. I can't just like put on the kettle and stuff.
Ugh.
Everyone's like the kids are all still asleep.
What have we done
Just-
to you?
I know.
You
Poor
you guys have ruined my life.
Michael, I saw
But,
you bust out the drill there. What were you securing?
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, whoa, heavy duty today.
How many kids do you have, Sebastian?
I have two. I got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old is a lot of work lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
My 2-year-old, I've got a 2-year-old as well, and yeah, I feel you, brother.
he's a professional asshole right now. Can't please him.
Oh man, feel your pain.
I was in my hunt for like other RPGs, like sci-fi RPGs. Like I've seen, like I was, especially after like watching a lot of The Mandalorian. I was like, Star Wars RPG would be pretty good too. And there's lots of good like 3D miniatures you could print of like droids and stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, I know a few people who are quite into Star Wars. So, but I know there's a few few rule sets you can pick from. I think there's like an original. There's some good rules and stuff for there, but I'm not didn't quite pick it up yet. So, but definitely worth a look, I reckon. It's especially because everyone knows Star Wars, and to get everyone like on the same page of like this is the world you're in, like that's a great like I was showing you like the Coriolis book, but you have to do a lot of establishment of like what's the culture like and what's the world is like. But if everyone knows Star Wars, you kind of already have like that same kind of page everyone can kind of leap off and hit the ground running. Especially, I think we should look into that a bit more to kind of get.
That'd be
that's
awesome.
That's the thing with like science fiction stuff is like, or fantasy in general. Like you have to. There's a lot of lore involved and a lot of stuff that the GM has to kind of think of in the background, especially to create a nice grounded reality. I try not to think it out too much, just because I like to have the players have a bit more agency in how things are created. Like there are definitely like campaigns I've run where it's just all I've got is the name for this religion, and then the guys do some like sleuthing and stuff, and they'll come up with some ideas, and like, yeah, that's totally it. Using the players for my own story, like, but that's what it is, really, isn't it? We're all creating this story together,
Right.
so it's not for like there are definitely different styles of running games, but I like the players that have a bit more agency in like the world and stuff, because those characters have grown in that world. They've all kind of been born in that world, so they would have some idea of how things work, more than just.
I've also definitely in the mid session have a player say something and go like, yes, that is way better than what I planned. I planned the whole time. 100% that thing that you just made an epiphany about was, you're so smart, player. How did you get through my clever ruse? Definitely my plan.
Oh my goodness.
You were talking about Star Wars lore there, just in case anyone's interested. I've got two friends. They run a channel called History of the Ages. It's a Lord of the Rings channel, but they've just started in the last couple of months History of Star Wars as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Love that.
So so History of the Ages is all about lore of Middle Earth, but now they're doing a channel that is the lore of Star Wars. So I'm going to put that in the chat if
Please
anyone's
do.
interested.
Please do. Put it up there. We'd love to check that. Who doesn't want some more history of Star Wars in their life, or Lord of the Rings?
Let them know that I sent you, please.
What is there? Let's see. In the chat here, we've got Tina's at. Why are you so far behind, Sebastian? She's joshing you. She's giving you a hard time.
Oh boy.
She's giving you a hard time.
Yeah. Yeah. Look.
It's because there's so much. This is the balance of a crafting live stream, right? Chatting and getting to hang out with your fellow crafter and new friend, but also wanting to try to complete the build too.
I'm having a lot of fun chatting with you guys about this kind of stuff. But yes, I'm very far behind. Oh boy, yeah. Like I'll have to. Maybe I'll have to. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this guy.
Well,
today.
You don't have to
Definitely
finish.
not.
You definitely don't have to finish it. Like, how many times have we, that's been the case on the stream where we start it and we get pretty far and we get to where the understanding is we get to where we can get, right? And wherever we get to is just fine because it still is. It's something that would not have been built and constructed had you not come on the stream. So, never a wasted moment.
Well, it's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Well, this is a blast. Someone, what else? There was other moments, and there was something. Oh, Zane's like, "What's Star Wars?" Yeah, what's Star Wars? You know what Star Wars is. Don't video sessions, but just I don't video my sessions to swipe players' ideas. Totally. Cross from campaign terrain isn't talking about. He's talking about videoing, stealing, like making sure video the sessions so you can pick up ideas from your players. Yeah. See, something that I don't know if Richard will want me to share. I don't think he'd have a problem with it because it's the game. But he's something that Richard started doing at the end of our sessions is stars and wishes. So kind of like star moments from players or elements of the game, like who kind of stood out from the evening, and then something that you wish the DM to improve upon. And I thought that was a pretty generous thing as a DM to go over and let everyone highlight other people and key moments that stood out to them from the game, and kind of just like a small little post-mortem, a little bit of debrief of the session afterwards, just another like 15-20 minutes, or if you're us, like 40 minutes, because so much happened. Like it turned into a little bit longer debrief session. But I thought that was a cool element that our DM implemented. Getting the feedback from your players, that's important. Listening to them and getting their feedback and then incorporating it into the gameplay. That's very generous, very nice.
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
He's done it the last two sessions now, and we all really like it too. So I'm trying to take this. Those of you that join me on my stream on Friday know that I am trying to kind of create this magnetic modular kind of dungeon stacker dooley-wop. I'm behind on my. I haven't even started. I've been gluing magnets on the back of all my little gray bits of resin, but my hope and goal is to take these just little joints here and let these be things that you can move around. So once we have, kind of the larger diorama or hallway set up on the foam and the board here, you can take these elements and start layering them into the hallway. And with these magnetic, with the resin bits that we printed out from Miscast here, just throw it onto the board here and onto the joint, and you can add whatever components you want to this particular scene to dress it however you want. So that's kind of where my head is at with the sci-fi scatter terrain. Kind of a little bit of whatever leftover board I had, and then these little Simpson joints, which I think I spent like $7 at the hardware. I liked the idea of being able to just make it modular, because when you move from hallway to hallway in the game, to the ability to switch it quickly, I was like, what can I do to create a different scenario and a different scene as quickly as possible?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that's where my head went with this one this week.
Get some good bang for buck with your terrain.
I think so. Well, like because these little bits can be taken apart and reassembled in so many different ways if you don't glue them together, right? When you start layering elements together, they create different shapes, different just different textures, and then they can be stood vertically, they can work horizontally. It's just not a bad I felt for $7 that was a pretty universal mixture of stuff to kind of help populate any room. I think we'll see here.
I think a lot of that. I think I quite like that idea, mostly because I don't know about you guys, but like storing terrain gets tricky.
Yes.
The more stuff you make, so
Yes.
I think that's a good way of getting the most bang for buck and still having the ability to kind of, not have a giant amount of terrain that you have to kind of put away, which is really good.
Yeah, and then the ability to disassemble it, right? And put it away is also a huge component. Oh, let's take a look at this, Michael. Let's see where we're at here. Dude, look at that.
Ready? What's this? Ding!
Oh! Lights!
Where those lights come from?
Join us next week when
I had a little string of lights that I find whenever I was looking for these balloon lights that you mentioned.
Yep.
Oh yes.
And I realized that I had some other ones as well. I might stick these balloon lights in as well, though, but it's pretty cool. I like it.
It's very, very cool.
Some sort of lit laboratory or something.
It really adds a lot. That's really cool.
I'm going to try and steal Sebastian's idea here about this graded area here in the middle. I'm going to try and cut out a little bit of something here in the middle so I can have some options. Let's see here. Well, if you haven't done so already, please head on over to the Crazy Crafter Discord, upload your works in progress for the week. We definitely want to check them out and see what everyone has been working on. So we'll head on over there in just a little bit and check it out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
All right.
5. So this is going to go 1, 2, kind of in the middle.
Finally cut out this window. Let's see if I can prove my idea of getting this kind of backlit environment. See if I can put down the camera. So you're gonna have this back. I think I need to have a lighter cardstock there. So yeah, maybe if I turn this off, you'll see it a bit. So you get kind of an idea.
Let me see it.
I get it.
Ooh, I like that.
And you can change the color. You could probably have it so that you could change out these environments.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe probably paint something on there. So it could be like a star field. It could be.
That is awesome.
I mean, the star field. All you'd have to do is poke holes in a black sheet of construction paper, and have the white lights lit behind it, and you could change it up. That I love that screen effect, Sebastian. That looks awesome.
You could even put some frosted something over it or something if you didn't want to.
I was thinking but you could make it the frosted glass, or take you know how they have in Star Wars, especially A New Hope or Rogue One, where they have the little geometric shapes of the maps drawn out on the see-through transparent boards. You could draw on a piece of plastic, paint something, and then throw it in there, just basically as a little slide in and out from back behind the screen whenever you wanted to upload it there. That's one of the things that comes to my mind. That'd be dope. You can interchange it.
Yeah, those are cool ideas. Yeah, just kind of add a little bit of dimensionality to the window.
Or hook up or design. Someone out there, I'm sure, could design. Is a programmer, design your own rotating thing that's actually a projector that's in there, run a little program where it's an animated mini map. that'd be next level. That'd be dope.
That might be a good opportunity to do. I've seen several people do the trick, and I want to build it one day of using sort of like the old phone and running like a video on your old phone.
Oh,
case for that.
That would be cool. Do it.
I've seen people do sort of like the fantasy portal thing with that, but it's gotta lend itself to sci-fi super easily as well.
Yeah, look, you could also, I guess you could even just like put a phone behind there or something, and then have like a screen of moving or a tablet or something. Yeah.
This is time for your like Windows 95 Starfield background. You know, your screen.
This is the time to bring it out right now.
I've been
bringing
waiting
it back. We've just gotten to this universe of pipes. It's just extending everywhere.
What were we saying?
I was just saying, Damien did that recently. He put his phone in a portal.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome.
Yep, it looked really good.
Crafting looked awesome. Very cool idea.
There's one for you, Sebastian. Damien, in addition to having Instagram and his YouTube channel, he's a TikTok crafter too. He's got like over 100,000 followers on TikTok, and he's doing these 60-second tutorials. It's amazing. It's really cool. You should check out the Cave of Crafting, both the YouTube channel and TikTok. It's awesome. I don't know how he does 60-second tutorials. It's amazing.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, getting things done in 60 seconds. I think that's like speaks a lot to like these days where, you know, people like those little digestible chunks that they can get, like, and that's kind of now my new kind of approach with some of these videos is try to keep them as short as possible, because I know I haven't really kind of dabbled in TikTok that much.
Yeah,
but,
neither have I.
I'll that's enough to get me to give it a look, just to see what's going on.
You gotta check it out. It's amazing.
So what was that name again?
The Cave of Crafting.
Light upgrade there with the lighting. I've got a little flashlight in there now as well.
That's cool.
Ooh, look at yours. You've got all the lighting already. The cool thing about yours, Michael, is you don't have to paint it. You don't have to do anything to yours.
No, that's the way I wanted it. Was I like all of the circuitry from the computer? I was just like, well, that just sci-fi already. What's the point in painting that? So I just painted silver. But to be honest, I was really, really happy with my lighting, and then Sebastian, I was just like, damn it, that's so freaking cool.
That's good.
Like,
look, it's not a competition, but you are winning because you've got yours mostly complete,
no, it's not.
And you've got more lights in there. So.
No, but it's just about knowing, like, that's why your channel's called Atmoseeker, because that's the difference between, okay, you can put a few lights in something and it does look better, but then you can know what you're doing with lights and take it another whole level. Like, so I'm going to be watching some of your videos, man, for sure, and learning how to do some of that stuff, man.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Very, very cool.
You can say whatever you want, Sebastian, but none of us have a droid like with a camera moving around showcasing our terrain right now. So I think all of us were like, oh, it doesn't matter what happens moving forward. We're all gonna be looking for our newer droid. Is it newer? I think it's newer. Is the name of it.
Yeah, newer is like a brand. I think it's like one of those cheaper brands of videoing equipment. I got a few lights around here. So I guess shout out for newer. Oh boy, is this sponsored?
No,
not really.
Nope.
But
nope. Tis not sponsored. We just happen to like that thing that we saw at this moment in time. Nothing wrong with that.
I know you can get this thing on like it comes with like a track as well, but I got the droid on its own. Just so, you know, with the track it's a bit pricey, but $70 is where I was able to kind of meet halfway, I think. It does the spinning thing.
Us out there in the chat just said something. I'll wait until you're finished until I tell you what I would have added. I want to know now, Cross, please, because I'm pretty much finished. I've run out of ideas. So tell me your ideas, buddy.
You guys use a lot of metal, so you could have everything kind of conductive, so you don't even have to have wires. So I noticed that you guys are actually using metal and electrify it. So if the players try to touch their pieces, shame on them.
You will learn. You will learn the hard way. You've chosen the path of pain. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
There, I've turned the lights out just to see what it would look like.
Ooh, let's see. Ooh.
Ooh.
Beam. Oh yeah. Get some sound going with that. That looks cool.
Yeah, where's the sound?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah, where's your sound, Michael?
What'd you do today, Dad? I was like, I sat in a dark room with some lights and some other men and just made beeping noises on camera.
while other people watched. It was great. It was great. Like, I challenge you to beat that, children. Good luck. Good luck, children. Oh my gosh.
We need the guy from Police Academy.
I mean, we already know you can do New York accents, so I don't think we need to worry about the beeping noises. I think you got it covered, Michael.
I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, is there anything in the Discord today? I haven't checked. There has to be some new stuff. That's something new. We'll have to throw Sebastian into the fire here. In the best possible way. In the best possible way.
Okay, I'm nervous now. What's the fire part?
We've had people, if anyone uploads Hero Forge characters to this subsection of our Discord, we all try to give it a voice.
Oh, right.
Voice it on
Hey,
the
look,
stream
you gotta
live.
do voices if you're running games, right?
Yeah,
do you guys do accents and voices and stuff like playing characters?
100%. 100%.
Right, yeah, I'm up for embarrassing myself right now if we want to try some voices.
Well, we'll have to see what's up there. There's oh my god, there's one of me. Someone put me up there. Someone put the Golden Colin up there with like everyone can imitate me. Then we have Lady Janella Galantara. Oh my goodness, I'm mispronouncing that terribly, but there's definitely a couple up there. Oh my god, what do I sound like? That'll be crazy. Well, there's still time, everyone. What?
I'm just thinking. You can run tracks from Epidemic Sound in the stream, can't you?
I'm sure I could.
Because I'm pretty sure that they're going to have some sci-fi soundscape in the background that you could run very quietly in the background of the stream. Just saying.
I'm sure it could. I don't have.
Something about adding atmosphere. You know what I mean?
I went with my old music. I could have gone with the sci-fi theme today. I'd have to upload it through. Can you run? Is that what you run on music from your streams, Sebastian? Do you run it through Epidemic Sound directly?
I just run it through Spotify. Just on my table. I've got it piped into OBS. So
oh,
that's
nice.
Just coming
there
through.
You
go. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to up the ability, because this is right now. I've got the playlist that's on here on repeat, and I don't have it piped. I don't have it piped in. My atmosphere is thin.
You're just out in space.
Yeah, struggling out in space. Danny, what are you working? I'm looking at your screen right now. What stage are you at here?
Well, I am, as expected, having Arduino problems, but that's okay. Right now, not even normal Arduino problems, just my computer's deciding that it can't find the ports to send the thing in, which is just nonsense words that I just said. I was ready to move on to the thing. So this is how far I've gotten. I've got an acrylic floor that I wanted to pump lights through, and I basically made the substructure of my very tiny little corridor thing. And I was like, it's time. Let's do some lights. And my Arduino's being a beehole. So I'm gonna look for an alternative to maybe just get solid lights going on right now. Yeah.
I mean, it looks it is a harsh mistress, but it's looking that hallway is looking fantastic, brother. I really like the way it's coming together. That's looking.
Oh, that's
good.
cool, Danny.
Oh, thank you much.
Yeah.
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 Now I got the thing. Now I gotta find a janky workaround solution.
Mine basically does just look like the inside of a laptop. Just realized.
I mean,
Isn't that what spaceships really look
that's
like?
what
though?
spaceships look like. It's legit.
I mean, that's what this spaceship looks like. But I mean, I basically just glued some stuff in there. It's whatever.
I think it looks good.
I do too. I do as well. Give yourself some credit. Alright, I'm hot gluing this wall stuff together here. We're doing this. And then I gotta paint. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get my hallway done up here. Gotta get my hallway in a place where it's gonna be ready to rock.
Have we seen yours, Colin? I don't think we have.
I mean, I've spent the majority of the stream literally gluing the magnets on the back here. I just in the last 10 minutes have gotten my hallway textured, and I put this adhesive tape on here. What is it? The drywall tape for texturing. So then I got to go back and texture this stuff. I got to Mod Podge it, and then I'm gonna texture this thing. So I am now behind. So that's me. That's me.
Look, I was just keen to see some hot magnet action.
I mean, I can put some hot magnet action together for you. It's gonna happen before the end of the stream. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Got all my greeblies here.
Yeah, all your greeblies. Oh, those are cool. Those look great. I like you. You printed out like the big fuel tubes. You got a lot of really cool greebles going on.
Yeah. These are all from the Mistcast one. Yeah, the big tank, that was just like a solid mesh. So you had to like hollow it out and stuff.
Oh wow.
To make it. I mean, I guess you could print it solid as well, so it would have some heft to it.
Oh, would have some heft.
But I think maybe the only thing I don't like about it is that you can see a little bit of that geometry there. You see the.
Oh yeah. I see it.
A little bit there, so it'll have to be. I won't be able to dry brush this thing just because of that. Like you could hit it with the airbrush or something to kind of give it some color and stuff. But yeah, if I dry brush it, it'll expose those facets a bit. But a lot of the other stuff is quite good. Got all these little panels and stuff. I'll be placing them on. Ooh, all different shapes and sizes. There's my ladder. Then we've got these little things from a computer.
Love it.
Computer box. What is that? That's like one of those cable. Come on, focus for me, pal. There we go. Yeah, it's like those little plug things. I've got the wires for those separately because I was hoping to run those through the bottom of this thing. So see, I've got this this front section. I was going to run a few of the wires and stuff and just have this kind of like exposed kind of section out the front.
Oh, that's cool. So you're going to leave the wires visible there?
Yeah, so it's kind of almost like a cross section kind of thing.
Yep.
So we got a little bit of a cross section with like little pipes and stuff. I'm still trying to debate with myself whether should I put the ladder at the front or at the back. No, like maybe it'd be cool just having a little bit of a cross section there that looks like, oh, that can go down that thing.
Yep.
I think I will put it at the front because I was thinking of having like a little kind of like trap door kind of thing that the ladder could go into. I got to bulk this up a bit just because it's a bit flat there.
You're gonna have to turn this to a video on your channel.
You know, I've probably done so little on this so far. It's like I could just start now and turn it into a video. I don't know.
I mean, it's a really cool build. The sci-fi build is pretty awesome. Like I thought about making a little short one with the magnetic terrain and stuff based on the inspiration of your idea, but I really like the I don't know. I like the way yours is turning out. It's using kind of the same setup and modularity from the ice cave your ice cave build that you have. Like, it's really cool, man. It's a baller idea.
I've decided that Sebastian's idea is so cool that I'm going to steal your idea and I'm going to do it too.
Like the cross section thing?
No, the atmospheric backlight thing. I've figured out a way I can do it.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Nice. See? It's addicting. Having that stuff together is
That's why
amazing.
stream is just to pick up tips. That's so cool. Great idea. I was just like, that's so cool. Gotta do it. I'm probably going to ruin that, but you know, whatever.
No, you're not going to ruin it.
Just have this constantly evolving piece of terrain.
It never stops. Oh my gosh.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, in all truth, this is really good fun and everything. I would never really sit down and do a piece of sci-fi terrain. I would have never chosen to do that. So it's kind of like I can do anything I want without being emotionally attached to it. Does that make sense?
Dude,
Yeah.
but the sci-fi terrain, it looks so good.
Well, I mean, I might be into it now.
Feel like those those early filmmakers making sets for like movies and stuff where they're just making miniature buildings and stuff just like out of whatever, and then just having it good enough just to look on camera.
That hairdryer though.
You like that? Is it too loud? Hold on. I can do this. Well, I think it'll mute it for the stream.
Nope. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can still hear. I can hear both. What's going on there? Oh, hairdryer. All right. Is that the Mod Podge? I've definitely gone too hot trying to dry something in the past, and it's like, oh, I got these bad bubbles in my thing now.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is my droid, Con Air. Con Air is my droid for the stream today. Hold on. Whoa, it's moving around. I can listen, that camera. It's not on cool gyros. I can't make it do cool things. But it is drawing my Mod Podge quickly. Oh yeah. Just helping it out a little bit.
Touch dry. I guess that's what you want now.
I mean, we've got like the level of like dry enough for the stream.
Yeah.
Did you say dry enough for the stream?
Dry enough.
Yeah, you don't want those wet streams. Oh boy.
No wet streams. Oh no.
It's a 2-hour show, so we gotta.
And the kids watching. Really. So.
Gotta move along.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a second. I'm not. I want it drier. It needs to be stream dry. my gosh.
putting all these wires in. I was like, these are probably wires that I could use like functional stuff, you know, like actual lighting and stuff. But no, they're just gonna be just superficial wires. I'm faking it. No, I'm not a real scientist.
Play one on TV.
I'm unmuted now. Oh, my housemate's dogs now hate Colin. Oh, sorry. They're, my droid is not my droid is not popular right now.
On air.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did mute it for a second, but then I unmuted it, guys, because I was just like, you want the full Crazy Crafter live stream experience, and that can't be achieved unless you can hear me use the blow dryer.
The blow dryer, a frequent guest.
It is.
Oh,
It is. Mod podging the pieces in the middle of it. Cat,
Honey? Yeah. Classic.
Cat, you want out. You want out, don't you? Okay, hold on.
One of these wires is a little messier. Too neat.
Why am I so good at stuff? Curse me.
Self-praise much?
No, this is just I wanted them to look messier.
Let
They're
me
just
see.
too neat. Like these ones I've glued on there. It's like that's too neat. Maybe
I mean, they look
I
really
could-
good.
I could mess them up a bit. Or maybe I'll mask it with these guys.
Danny, it literally looks like you're creating like something that we would find in a science fiction world. Like the edge of that terrain looks insane. Put that
Which-
up closer. Yeah, that. What is up there? What is
Oh,
connected?
this? Oh no, okay. So I'm getting credit for just science. This is just a breadboard. This is an electronics breadboard. So no, I can't get credit for this. This is literally just a device so that you can prototype circuit.
I see.
It's got just a bunch of things on it. My piece is here.
I mean, it looks great.
Yeah.
Is the bread? Is it gonna be mounted on top of the breadboard?
So I'm going to use the breadboard to test LEDs for this thing shortly. I think is the goal. I'm not going to be able to get the full blinky goodness, but I can turn LEDs on, and so that's good enough.
So there's a lot of talk about bread here. I haven't had breakfast yet, so bread sounds good. All I had was a hot cross bun. I don't know. Do you guys have hot cross buns over there?
Oh yeah.
I mean, what would do we have hot cross? I mean, we definitely have bit. What is the hot cross bun? What does it look like?
It's like a fruit bun full of. It's got sultanas and the cross part on top. I guess it's like it's not. I mean, I say it's like it's origins in religious thing, but it's like they sell it everywhere at like the supermarket. But no, it's a seasonal thing here. So
is it?
So they only come up with it, around Easter. And it's like, why did they make these all year round? Because especially I like the ones with the apple cinnamon.
Ooh.
We keep getting those. I keep buying them. I don't even make it out of the store without getting some of
nibbling on
those.
one. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
It sounds too good to make it home.
Especially if they're fresh. Definitely. If you're in a rush, good breakfast meal.
Yeah.
I would vote for those. They got my vote.
Well, the cross bun is wearing off now. All of the exhausting stream that we're putting you through right now. It can be stressful, especially like all too well, like crafting and streaming is like nuts. Like it's I don't know, I thought I was like, oh, what a cool idea, crafting and streaming, and it is. But then like when we first did, I don't know if y'all remember way back when 6 months ago when we first started this, we'd like yeah, what can we build in originally, Sebastian, it was an hour we're like, what can we build in an hour? And we're like, nothing. We can build nothing. The answer is nothing. We can barely get a project started. So then we moved it to 2 hours, and now we're getting there. We're getting there. But what are you using? Is that like a little staple that you're using to secure it in there?
It's just some wire.
Some wire?
I'm just cutting a little bit here. You can see behind it, I've got some EVA foam there. I've just used to bulk that up a bit.
Oh yeah.
And you can just punch this right through. I'm just thinking like, how do I stick this in? I guess I'm gonna put a little bit of. I got the hot glue gun all fired up here, so I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah, fire it up.
That's the difference between, like, for me with sci-fi terrain and fantasy terrain. Like, I think fantasy terrain's a lot more forgiving. Like, if you just like put a whole glob of hot glue on something and then like, I can just mess this up to make it look like like some rock or something. There you go. But with this, like, you can see here, like, I've already like, I put a little bit too much hot glue around this edge. I'm gonna have to use some like cardstock or something. Actually, I was thinking of bulking this up anyway. So, but like that looks like garbage, having it all kind of oozed out the side. So I'm gonna have to try and clean that up a little bit. Now I'm just like using the hot glue as I've got mine. Just does big squirts of stuff. I'm just like, I'm gonna try and do this microsurgery with this giant glue gun. Maybe I can use super glue or something, tacky glue. Maybe I'll put tacky glue on it. That'll be better. I don't need this thing to glue straight away.
I've definitely got a few bits of hot glue that I need to clean up here. Just bulking up over the place.
Gentlemen, it's Mod Pod dry. It's dry enough for the stream. It's stream worthy now. Maybe.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah indeed. Thank you for the huzzah. Take the huzzah. All right, now it's time to dry brush this thing.
You're already up to painting. I'm not even close.
It's all good. You don't need to rush it. You do.
People just I hope people are enjoying me fumble around with my clumsy fingers, fat hands.
Oh please,
please. Got it. Oh, it's on an angle. Well, cheese and crackers.
Oh, there's some good sound effect action from the. There it is. Hopefully my microphone's picking up those awesome.
Oh, I'm getting every bit of it.
You gonna say again?
We were getting every bit of it.
Okay, cool. Very, very good. Most excellent. All right, let's dry brush some. I wish it was a little bit more metallic-y, but I don't have it. I gotta find that. I was telling the boys before you joined the stream, before we had all the connection issues with OBS Ninja. I had this. It was like a gray stone, but it had a very almost sparkly, glittery quality to it. But I stopped buying it because it would just congeal and glob together and be a nightmare to get out of the bottle. So I stopped buying it. Now I got rid of it because I was like, F you. And now I kind of wish I had it because all I'd need to do is dump it on the palette. It could be all crazy because it's just going on as a dry brush. I'm like, shouldn't have thrown it away. It wasn't much left, but it would have been the perfect amount to complete this shiny metallic-y quality that I'm looking to go for. But alas.
Yeah, there are definitely some products and materials that are better than others. I'm slowly learning. Sometimes it's good to get some of the better stuff.
Yes.
Just because.
Yes.
Just how things are, especially with video equipment.
Yeah, video equipment is something you don't want to. Yeah, that's important. That's important. I really am digging that little droid is pretty freaking cool, Sebastian. I'm digging that one a lot. That's a good buy. That's a good buy.
I can fire him up again. It does, you know. That's you got the spin. You got the we got the.
Have you used him on the stream yet?
No, I have not. I haven't used him live. I've just been using it for filming.
Oh, nice.
The only problem is if you're going to put a DSLR on this thing, like an expensive camera, you got to be watch where because he's not on a track. He's just going to keep going. He's going to keep going until he falls off the table.
That would be
terrifying. Oh, he's very close to the edge now. There he goes. That's fine. Everyone's focused now. It's real.
It's that time of the stream where we're like, you know, we're getting to the stage where we'll show off some work from other people from our Crazy Crafter community that are posting some cool pictures on the Discord, and then we'll also, you know, we're trying to get to a stage where we can have something to show off. Or at least, you know, showcase where you are with the build currently. It doesn't have to be completed by any means.
I think even if we don't finish it today, I think I'm still going to finish this one. So
oh yeah, it's a cool piece, brother.
Cool piece.
It's a very, very cool piece. It's kind of sending me down the road of like I really want to like I'm halfway debating the next diorama to be science fiction based because of how much fun I've had prepping for today.
By the way,
say again.
I can think of one that you could do. By the way.
Oh, what'd you think of? What is it?
Is the corridor shootout in Matrix?
Oh man, that's a. Yeah, I could. The problem with the fights on foam is there. You know, I mean, you could do a couple different things from that. It could just be Neo running, right, with like exploded bits and stuff everywhere. It doesn't have to be all of the other people. It could be a small section of that, but. My immediate thought, my problem is, Michael, is I go, oh yeah, cool. Then I'll print out like all the like I immediately want to make it large. That's my issue.
Well, have you seen the one on Tabletop Witchcraft where he does the fireball explosion? That is a really cool one because you know of the lighting up and stuff. But it's also like really good scale wise. Yes. Like it's got all the like focal interest and stuff, but it's not too large. So, right. But it is large and otherwise where it kind of it's very impactful.
The thing that I also like about that one is that it comes apart and it can be terrain. You can use it as playable terrain. That's what I really like about that diorama too.
If you like that one, that lighting and the foam thing. I don't know if you guys, well, obviously, Colin, you know North of the Border.
Yeah.
North of the Border, he did a, what do you call it? Godzilla one.
Oh, nice.
It was actually not Godzilla, sorry. It was a dragon from Skyrim that he did.
Ooh.
And he used the same technique as John with the light coming down the inside of cotton wool. And it just looked like real fire. It's another really cool one.
Nice. I'm going to have to check that one. I haven't seen that one. When did he do that one?
A month or two ago.
Oh, nice. Nice. I will check it out. That's another one we got to get on the show. North of the Border.
Oh, yeah. I actually invited him, man. He's a bit shy.
He's shy?
Yeah, he said...
Did you tell him we're shy, too?
Yeah, I'm going to ask him again. I'm going to say, like...
We're shy. We're so shy. Sebastian can attest. It's a relatively painless experience.
Yeah.
Oh no! That didn't sound too convincing. Oh no!
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I said it was painless, Sebastian.
It's been amazing. I've been having a lot of fun with this build, and it's been great to just talk with others in the hobby. That's the thing when like running a lot of doing your own channel, doing your own stuff. It's a lot of just you on the camera, you with the camera talking and stuff. It's different when you've got other people that you can bounce ideas off and influence each other and inspire each other. So that's something I'm loving about being here. It's a lot of fun to kind of see you guys creating and look at this thing that Danny's put up. Oh my god, that looks amazing!
Holy shit, that looks awesome, Danny.
That is way too professional. Oh boy.
See, this is why we joke. Danny has gremlins that help him, Sebastian, because Danny came up. He's got that fully lit. That looks absolutely fantastic, Daniel. That looks so cool.
Thank you. I can't tip it because everything's like all the connections are very tenuous because they're in the breadboard. I do also, and my room is, even with everything off, is too bright. But I did put one red LED underneath the walkway.
Oh yeah.
And so if I was gonna make this a full blown thing, it would all have to sit on some sort of block, like this 1-inch XPS, and then use that as the. Did I disconnect my? I think I must have unhooked my. I did. I totally unhooked my other webcam so that I could hook up my board because I'm a smarty pants.
There's my attempt at Sebastian.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Oh man, now you just got to add some like blood splatter and stuff, and it's like we're playing Dead Space.
It's exactly. It looks like I don't want to like that room. Looks like you're going to die in it. That's what that room reads to me. You're going to die in that room. There's a TPK waiting to happen. I like how I tried to, I was like, I'm going to have lights this week, and I'm the only one that didn't. Like, I ordered the wrong thing, and I have no lights this week. I'm going to figure out lights here in a second. I'm going to incorporate lights today in mine.
I don't like that flashing, though. I like the red thing that you did, Sebastian, the red kind of aura. Nice.
I think that, Michael, if you put some sort of part from the computer and then like just shredded the wires out of it, and right around that area you made like that was the place where the monster like broke out of or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and then that weird flashing like that, you know, like that feels like that's where the bad stuff started. You know,
that's a good idea, man.
Okay.
Might have to do that, man.
So now it's not just a piece of terrain. That's good. You got a story going on there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, really, isn't it?
Hmm.
If it can tell a story, that's. Yep. I think I might. Card structure now. Pin.
Nice.
Tina's saying that you should paint one of the white ones red. I'm thinking that's to Michael. Maybe take one of those LEDs, especially if there was like ink.
That's a good idea.
Oh, Michael,
what a surprise, Tina having a good idea.
Colin, are you changing something else up? Because everybody except for you has disappeared on my view of the YouTube stream.
Say again? Everyone has disappeared?
Minus you.
Oh, that would be interesting. That sounds like
Colin's like, I'm the star of the show.
Everyone else, I'm not showcasing your cool stuff anymore. No, hold on. Stand by. This is me going to figure out this real quick. Stand by. We got it. We will get it. I don't know why it would have done that. I didn't minimize anything. I didn't do it. I didn't touch it.
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday. It's a live stream. It's got to be that way, guys.
Curse.
Oh, there it is. You guys are back. You guys are back, right? Should be working.
I'll have to wait and see the stream catch up. You know,
Should be working. Hold on. There it is. You guys are back. Yahtzee.
Hello. Welcome to the
Hello.
Crazy Crafter.
Welcome back to the Crazy Crafter, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome. We are here. We are live. We are doing our thing. All right, I'm getting the magnetic tiles ready here for you, Sebastian, so you can see them in their full glory. That they are.
Definitely want to see this. Don't hold back.
Well, I'll try not to hold back. We'll see what happens with it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's put that one down there. The problem is I didn't set up my thing for the best camera setup today because I wanted to feature Sebastian and you guys, so I didn't do my thing that I normally do, but we'll figure it out. Shoot.
Ooh, a little slice here.
So I just put a picture of the thingy on the Discord. I used the Discord.
Hey, you used the Discord. There you go. There you go, buddy. Danny is learning Discord, Sebastian. So he's
look, I don't use this that much either, so I'll have to get a bit better at it myself.
You gotta join the Crazy Crafter Discord so you can start sharing stuff there too.
I'm in there. I'm lurking. I'm lurking
You're
around,
lurking?
just watching. You're watching
lurking.
people. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I like to see.
you're a lurker.
I like to see what's going on.
You're a lurker.
Oh,
He's a lurker.
Just lurking around like a ghoul.
Oh man.
Go. Oh, I can hear the garbage truck. It's that early, guys.
Oh.
It just make you feel even worse.
Oh, I don't feel bad. You agreed to come on. I don't feel bad at all.
That's right. Look, this is all self-inflicted,
That's
Colin.
right.
I'm not holding you.
It is. It's all your fault. Oh, too funny.
You know what? It does, like, other than the live stream yesterday on my own channel so early. It was like I feel like I've started the day right. You know, I've gotten my creative mind going, and that's kind of the feeling I'm getting today too. So
see, it's a good way. Coffee, hot cross bun, and a live stream, and you're set.
Well,
you're good.
That's the only thing missing from my whole setup is I don't have the coffee part.
You don't have the coffee part. That's important.
I've got I've only got the morning part and the hot cross bun and the good friends here at the Crazy Crafter.
Hey.
So I'm still playing. I don't know if this will at all show up because it's so bright. Is that visible in the image when I LED across the sky? Yeah. So one thing that I'm not going to have enough time to execute properly is that I scored all of the acrylic when I cut it out with these sort of horizontal lines, and with the intention being that the lines would pick up the stuff. And then it's a small detail that probably doesn't show. I don't think I can. Nope, I pulled my LED out. Oh well. I also scored a bunch of like glyphs and things in the sides of the trusses themselves, with the hopes that those would show stuff, and they don't, but that's okay. Zane did ask what materials I used. It's all laser cut acrylic and chipboard. So just the graphics medium chipboard that Wylock uses all the time. Cuts just beautifully on the laser, and then 1/8-inch acrylic. So it's the combination of those two.
Here we go.
I tried painting the light.
Ooh.
Red.
I like it.
That's not secure. That's ignore that part. But it will be
What
secure
happened?
eventually. This thing just went like one of the Simpson things just fell off. It's not secured. I haven't magnetized it, but it fell off.
Gotta get those magnets on, man. It's
Yeah.
looking good though. I'm liking it.
It was looking
It's
good till it fell apart.
It's a bit like a industrial feeling.
Yeah.
What's that?
Steampunk.
Necromunda is a
Necromunda?
RPG.
Ooh.
Yeah, that kind of vibe I'm getting from it.
Yep. I'm glad mine fell apart. That was the best. That was my favorite part of the show so far. Mine's going, here it is. Oh my goodness. Amy, I can't find the laser grate. Where's the laser grate? Oh, it's on the floor. Hold on. So here it is, Sebastian. This is kind of cool. We can take that little thing and then cut it out and layer it in wherever you want, right? Like you can have your own little laser door. Kind of cool. I like that. I thought that was a really cool idea that she had the other day.
Is it translucent? Like, is it kind of like the fiber of it? Is it
pretty much
is it like
just
a plastic?
It's just like a adhesive. It's got one side that is adhesive, so you can stick it, and then like once you adhere it down, and if you layer any sort of like Mod Podge on it, it seals it in there quite nicely. Yeah, it's almost like a whiter very very close to translucent.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah. It's not mine. Not mine.
It's just, that's what the stream is. You guys are just a bunch of thieves stealing ideas from everywhere.
Okay, and we're going to end it because somebody figured it out. We're calling it. Somebody figured it out. We got called out.
Who figured
Don't listen to these guys.
They don't
know what they're talking about. Oh, you can't silence me. Don't kick me off the stream. Voice must be heard.
Your voice will be heard. I'm canceling my subscription to your willy-nilly attitude towards laser sheet. Oh, uh-oh. Wait, me?
Uh-oh.
Are you? Who's willy-nilly attitude towards the laser sheet? Is it mine? Mine wasn't willy-nilly.
Oh, I think she's.
Is she Josh and Sebastian? She might be.
I think it's.
Oh, maybe.
Time travel.
Oh boy.
Oh. Pirates. What about are we doing pirates next? Is that what we're doing? We do a pirate
That'd be
theme.
awesome. I'm up for
A pirate
pirates.
one would be cool. Pirate theme day.
That's cool.
Excuse you, sir. Pirates.
I'm all about the pirates right now.
You guys ever made any boats, any ships?
Not
or
yet.
anything?
Not
I'm
yet.
in the midst of making one actually.
Ooh.
Oh, how is that a lot of yeah? How are you making that one?
So the extent of what I have currently is this guy right here.
Oh, nice.
So it's it's just stacked up XPS. I took the Sea Ghost, which is one of the ships that comes in the
Ooh.
my God, Ghost of Saltmarsh book.
Right. Yes, that's a fun book.
Yeah, I really like it, and this is to scale for the Sea Ghost, because in one campaign that has been on a hiatus for a little bit because of all the stuff, my group of intrepid adventurers, took hold of the Sea Ghost, and so hopefully the next time we come back, I'll have this thing ready for them, and they can set sail on the high seas, and I'll put my TV back in the table and pop.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I did take After Effects at one point and made a sort of continuous 45-second loop of just ocean waves that would just move underneath a boat for my TV, so that I can just plunk this down and have them in the middle of the ocean. And
oh, cool. Have you? There are a few. I've seen a few Patreons where people do like the animated video backgrounds.
Yes.
There was one I was following a while ago. It was called Dungeon. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was called. But he had some great underwater ones too.
Oh,
it was
really?
like it had like the sunken ship and everything, and it was like I'll have to try and dig up a link for what it was called.
I
but
love it.
yeah,
I do enjoy that. Yeah.
there were some really cool animated ones. Yeah, I haven't pulled out the TV display in a while. I've got a ship too that I made a while ago. There's little different materials though. Did you guys want to see?
Oh yeah,
See
I want to see him. Bust
see
him out.
See the ship?
Let's see
It's going to
it.
be awesome. Wait, you see, I've got a little ship here, and it's just going to be like ridiculously good.
Just this little guy.
Here's one I made earlier.
We've got a few
I've
ships here.
Watching Black Sails. I've talked about that the last couple of weeks, but I just finished it. So I think the Urca de Lima, the shipwreck, would be a seriously cool build.
Ooh, I'm not there yet, so don't say too much yet. Oh my god!
Oh, look at this guy.
So this is all just like
Stop it.
made with EVA foam.
Sure.
Let's see,
Oh,
I'll switch
nice.
to this one. So we've got some nice. So these are just like strips of EVA foam. So if you don't know what EVA foam, it's like those gym mat
Yep.
kind of like materials.
Yep.
That I've just kind of cut into strips and used as like glued on like wood planks and stuff, and little coffee stirrers and stuff. Little
Great
extra
ship.
detail on there. Little dragony guy on the top.
Okay,
So I've
yeah.
used this as like a sunken ship kind of thing with some extra detail on the back there. And the mast is detachable, so you can pop that in.
Of course it is. What did you use for the sails?
The sails, they were they were from another ship. They were from just a thrift store ship that I just cannibalized and took the sails from. So it's like a canvas kind of thing. You could probably use like a canvas kind of thing, but it's already had like the little loops and stuff in there. Yeah, I'd love to make another. I have an idea for like another ship where it's like a whole ship, and then you can kind of take it apart, like split it in half, and then it's like a shipwreck. Like you could kind of pull it up in half, and then you have maybe some of the exposed decks or something. So you could get like a 2-for-1 kind of thing. I like to do that with some of the terrain I do, just to kind of get more flexibility with what you can use stuff for. And then I've got a little boat here, just a tiny one.
Oh, I love that.
So it's kind of made with a little some of the same methods of just like the strips and stuff. If I can move that a bit closer, I'll go to this one. So you can see a
And
bit
this is
more.
still
in that detail.
EVA foam?
So cool.
Yeah, this is all EVA foam, and just on the strips and stuff. And so it's super durable. Like you can actually like flex it a bit and bend it a bit, just except for the mast. That's
I'm laughing, Sebastian, because I'm like,
You get throw this.
you're tempting your live streaming fate right now. It's flexible.
I mean, look, yeah, it's probably the only thing that would happen if I'm flexing it. Probably like the paint would crack. That's probably the only thing.
That's those. I love the texture you got on those on that material, Sebastian. That looks really really cool. I'm telling you, I love all your builds, man. All the builds that you put together are just fantastic. It looks really good, brother. I like that
I
one.
feel like we might
thanks,
have to
mate.
pull out the EVA foam.
Yeah, I haven't worked with it.
Costuming all the time, but never like the small crafts and stuff. So
I love it for the wood planks, just especially because like for a ship or something where it's got like a bit of a curved bow to it. Like because it's flexible, you can just hot glue it on there in the planks, and you can cut it really thin. It's really great for that extra detail.
Everyone's digging your ship. Zane Morgan casually pulls out masterpiece. Masterpieces, one after the other. Those are really cool. I like those.
Thanks, mate. Let's see if I can shove it.
Oh yeah.
So
They're. Oh yeah. Look at this.
I use EVA pretty regularly for like costuming stuff. So like he doesn't fit into it anymore. But I made a full set of armor to be I don't know if anybody knows Mobile Suit Gundam at all.
Oh yeah.
But one WonderCon, I took my son out, and he was Char's Zaku 2 mobile suit. And
Dude,
That's
that's
cool, man.
dope. That's cool, but it's not as cool as the best Halloween costume I've ever seen any parent make their child, Danny.
Was that also me?
Yes. That's R2D2 when you made R2D2 and
Yes.
like he made R2D2. There's the memory popped up I think maybe last October.
Oh yeah, 'cause it was a Halloween costume. That would make sense. Yeah.
He made R2D2 that his son. Now, could he control it, or was that you controlling it?
He was driving it. Yeah.
Jesus.
So he was inside of the R2D2. Well, he was still small enough to fit inside of R2, and we took a small. It was a 20-volt motor off of like an old like tricycle thing, like a motorized tricycle. And then I hooked it up to a drill. So it was running off of like a cannibalized 18-volt DeWalt drill, so we could put it in forward and reverse and just pull the trigger to drive it.
Wow, that's really cool.
It's
Yeah.
super cool.
Actually, is there any chance to photo of that in the Discord, Daniel?
You can upload videos, right?
Yep.
Yes, you can.
Short
Yeah.
videos, I think they have to be less than 8 megabytes or something like that.
I will see if I remember how to do stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Could be in the past.
All right. Yeah. Now you can see kind of what I'm going on with this thing.
Oh, that's
I've
nice,
got, like,
Sebastian.
This grate that I've got on the top. Let's see if we can move it around.
That's so cool. Yeah.
So it's just a whole bunch of like, it's like an access, I guess. So I've got some pipes and wires and stuff underneath there. Put this grate over the top. And it looks like we've got some extra lights and stuff there. I'll probably have it hooked up into the same. Maybe I could have them separate LED strips so I can control the colors a bit.
I love that.
Yeah. So a little sub deck there.
I love it.
What I love is the idea of like taking that and then it's all blue or cool blue thing and like bam, 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 and then you like hit the thing and like oh no, and everything turns red because they've lost power and they're like in the emergency lighting or like whatever, and you're like, and I push this button and you guys all know you're screwed. You know what I mean? like that's
there
what
is
I
a
want.
flash mode on this, isn't there?
There is.
Yes.
But it's just going to flash Christmas colors. Oh, that's lame.
I mean, it's
I just
still
want
a
it to
warning.
flash,
That's still like warning.
I think that there is a way to do it flashing between selected colors. I've used those lights.
I'll just stand here with the remote, just turn it off and on again.
Yeah, just
There we
turn it
go.
on. Yeah, there you go. Frantically work. Just do some good thumb stretches and finger stretches before the session that night. Ah, that looks cool, Sebastian. Those grates look great. That's
great.
Thank you for going with me on that journey. Man, I really dig all the different. As we've learned on the stream, Sebastian, like someone has an idea, the guest has an idea, and then we all kind of sometimes we go away and we've emulated like exactly, but there's always right. It's your build, so everyone's gonna put their spin on it and bring their aesthetic or a different approach to it. And I love how all of us have created these variances on a theme for this idea to create some great sci-fi terrain for this hallway and this environment. I think I love all the lighting stuff that you guys have incorporated into your builds today. It's really phenomenal, really cool.
Fun.
Yeah,
Thanks, man. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been
Try
cool.
something different.
Try something different, right? Get to expand the horizons. We'll all take bits and pieces away from this build today, and we'll employ it in our future builds for sure. I want to pop over to the Discord real quick and take a look at all of that. So let's transition on over to that. I'm gonna go away, but you guys can still hear me. And if you have the stream up and is muted, you'll be able to see what pops up here in just a moment, Sebastian and the rest of the guys. Or you have the Discord, you can pull it up because you're a sneaky Crazy Crafter Discorder down there hiding hiding amongst everyone.
Was that an Australian accent?
I was trying. No, don't worry about what
Will
it
I
was.
sound like that?
No. No,
Oh, boy.
you do not sound like that. You do not sound like that. Don't worry.
Look, my accent is very weird Australian. It's not 100%.
Doesn't sound that. My sister-in-law is Australian and doesn't like. I hadn't pinned you as Australian sounding.
No, it's a weird mix. It's like kind of, I've been told Canadian, but not really, or something.
Definitely,
I'm not
read
Canadian.
Definitely doesn't read Canadian.
New Zealand, something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's probably just from watching too much TV and having Polish parents, I guess. So there's
there
was a different different language. Yeah. So something.
Love it.
Let's talk more about my voice. What else do you like about it?
There was me thinking that I thought that you may have had Irish ancestry because there's a lot of Irish in Australia apparently.
Oh.
Ah. Yeah, it's very, very multicultural down here. We got a lot of different cultures. So yeah, maybe that's it. It's just the whole vibe around here. That's why I'm just not my own voice. It's just a mixture of voices.
It's a mixture of it all. It's a mixture. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Now I'm all self-conscious of my Australian accent. I'm running away. Okay, we're taking a look at Discord. Check out this mimic from Nate. Nate built this. This is dope. This mimic's looking pretty sick, Nate. I like this. Almost reminds me a little bit of the Hosen Crafter wagon.
Yep.
But it's, what is it? Not everything is a mimic, but it could be. I think is what he shared earlier. This thing is amazing. I love this tongue that he's shaped with the XPS in here. That looks really cool. That looks mad cool. Well done, Nate. That's looking cool, brother. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, another shot. We got more shots. The tongue is magnetic. Oh, of course it's magnetic.
Oh, that's cool.
That's dope. Oh, cool. Comes in and out like that. Dig that. Whoa! What is this? Carl's building this awesome, sword hilt over here with the halfling for scale. What's that for, Carl? I'm excited to see what that comes in for. Look at that thing. That thing's
like
dope.
sword in the stone to
yeah,
me.
yeah, a little bit. I love the pommel. I love the handle. I love all the texture. It definitely looks like it's going to be some sort of rock formation, right? It looks like some sort of maybe stone carving. I don't know.
There's loads in the Discord today. It's great.
Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff in here. I'm making an Amy thing. Oh man, Tina's busting out the glitter. There's glitter all over this beautiful, beautiful rock in here. There's glitter for you, Amy. It's coming. Tina's crafting it. That thing looks amazing. I want to see what the rest of this looks like. I think Tina showed it to us a little bit earlier. Oh my goodness. There's the glitter. Glitter everywhere. Oh yes. Look at this. Not my work, but my minis from Moria. A friend is painting them for me. Oh nice. Who's printing? Oh, these are great. These are great, Tina. I love all the colors, the green and the copper. These look great. These dwarves are looking awesome. I love the green on the on their helmets. That's looking good. Your friend is doing a great job with these minis. I like these minis. Well done. And then we've got Nate's still working on his Lord of the Rings armies. Here's a member of Gondor. Got the little flag going on. That's looking cool. Man. So many cool builds out there. Everyone's working on some cool stuff. Oh yeah, look at this. Do not come between the Nazgul and his craft. Ooh. Looks like I always mix them up and you guys are going to be mad at me. Or Michael's but Saruman is the wizard. Sauron is the one who created the ring, correct?
You're right. Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think I'm right. I think I got that one right.
I almost embarrassed myself.
Yeah. Whoa, these are looking great. I love these, Nate. These are looking fantastic.
Yeah, they're clean.
Yeah, this the Saruman is good.
Yeah.
I like that Saruman. It's nice, clean. Derek's sewer tiles are coming along here. He said he kind of reversed course. Oh, I like this. He's got these grates in here. I like that. Those are cool. How'd you make those grates, Derek? Those grates look great. I'm never gonna not say that now. I get it. I'm gonna beat that dead horse. These look cool. These look so cool. I love it. I love that texture. It's a little thing. Like the texture on the stonework looks really cool. I love the modularity of these. These are gonna be cool. You can put them together. I love the. Here's another grate that he stacked up there. There's a little ladder that he's got connected going on. And this little pipe and tube. Super cool. Oh, yeah, chipped out a little bit, kind of like a rotted away brick right down here. That's looking dope. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. Let there be light. This little, it's just like seeing stone thing, Tina. Gosh, Tina. This looks cool. Like, Tina's got light in all her builds. It looks so good. I love that little marble. It looks like a marble in there. Is that lit? Is the marble underlit too? I think that marble is underlit.
I think I'm in the right spot now on Discord. I think I found it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Sandor is continuing his walls here. The little variations of the stone colors are looking great.
Very nice.
Yep. These are fantastic. I like that yellow sand, that yellowish sandstone color intermixed here with in between. Oh, I see that. He's got the hottest ticket in town on YouTube there for Sunday live streaming in the background. I approve, Sandra. Boom. Looking good. Liking this build. Cross.
These are cool.
Yeah, Cross is. Are you talking about the
Cross
fruit?
with the beads, or whatever these are.
I think he used a bunch of silica packets from like the do not eat things. And those are delicious. Yeah. And he's laying them on a bed. Look at this. He's got him down here with his figure for reference and size. And then we've got some of that. Look at that delicious medley of. I'd shop at that farmer's market.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love that. That's looking really good, Cross. Love that. Zane is printing out. So Zane from Zane Morgan Crafts, who's a newer YouTuber. He's been a guest on the show, but he just started up his YouTube channel this last month, Sebastian. But Zane is an incredibly talented crafter, but Zane also has some 3D graphic design skills. So he's designing some of his resin prints now. So he designed these. He designed these grates, and he's designed this sewer grate, and it's got a door in here for this. This looks great, Zane. This is looking baller.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I was thinking of breaking out the Maya for my stuff too.
You should.
We use it a lot for work. That's cool. Yeah, that's a really cool aspect of the hobby too. Like that, it's unlocked a lot of these really talented artists making these like ZBrush sculpts and stuff, and some really interesting miniatures and stuff. Like now you can get miniatures for almost anything. So
right.
I've been it's been really cool. So yeah, if you can make use of those 3D modeling skills,
it's amazing. It's cool.
That's really cool.
He's building. I know he's got like the corner of a sword rack here with like or a weapons rack. I think Amy's weapons are starting to inspire other people into the build. Before and after the players enter the chamber. This is Derek talking about his sewer build here. Never sculpted a monster from scratch. Just used DOS clay, but he's pretty happy. Oh, so he built a little monster. Oh, look at this. Before and then monster. That is rad. That is so cool. That's a good build there, Derek. That looks really good. This is, I think he's saying, is this his first one? Never sculpted a monster from scratch. Just use clay and hot glue. It looks great, man. That's going to be really cool once you paint all that up. That's already looking insanely scary. I love it. Some blood on those teeth and tentacles. Yeah. That's going to look dope.
Not a friendly thing.
Not a friendly thing.
It's like you could put that in the Lord of the Rings as well as the Watcher in the water outside Moria.
Yep, you could. Look at this. I love it. Look at your build here, Michael. This looks so cool. Yours looks great, brother.
I think the one downside is that I decided to use cardboard instead of foam for the base, or maybe I could have used foam core, because you can when you paint it, you can see the dents, you can see that it's cardboard, and I don't like that. But
I mean,
that,
it doesn't look like cardboard necessarily to me. It almost has the texture of what is it, the not hardened metal, but a hammered metal look. Yeah. I think it looks great. I was about to comment on the texture and how much I really liked the texture of the base before you said that comment.
Okay.
So I like it.
Reassured.
I have noticed that issue sometimes with the corrugated card though too. Like if it is something that is undesired, sometimes it's good to use some of the thinner cereal box or something over the top. Like even if it was bothering you, you could put some of like little panels on the, like just cut out little panels and put it over the top. But like Colin said, the texture's really good for that, like hammered metal look as well.
Yep, looking good.
I didn't put a photo in there with the window, but it's cool. Well, that looks cool. I love the rust effect on that.
The sewer grate. Yeah. The sewer grate here rusting up looks really good. Are you putting pigments, or is that just? It looks. I think he's just dry brushing it on there. Oh, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
That's looking good. Another shot of it. Looking good, Zane. That's pretty baller.
Good weathering. Yep.
Good weathering. Yep. Oh, there they are. Amy Root's tiny swords
are just insane.
Just nuts and cool.
That's Reaper Cheap territory.
Yeah, that's super cool. So one of my best friends, Sebastian, fellow fight director, teacher, actor, playwright. She's a wonderful person and an insanely talented crafter, and she's starting to make these. We've been joking each other back and forth about the Princess Bride diorama I made. I was contemplating making tiny swords, and she's like, we should have a tiny sword like challenge. So I made one. I finally got around to just kind of like tooling around and making one. I haven't even finished mine. So she was just like, boom, she picked it up, and like within not even a day, she started creating like these wire wrapped handles with like these intricate hilts and knuckle guards, and I was just like, oh Lord.
Yeah. What are you using as the shell guard, Amy? I am really curious with for the clamshell style or and the cup hilt ones, like what you're using for that. It's so perfect.
Yep. Look.
Whatever it is so perfect.
These are so cool. I love the integrated the black wire wrap. I know Amy was saying it's kind of a pain because it's coated and it's a little bit harder to work with, but it looks great. It looks really cool. These are nuts.
Oh man, yeah, I do not have. I would break that like 5 times while working on it. I'm a super klutz with this kind of stuff.
Oh, look at those. Those look great. And so now, are you using the gold? Are you using the paint the paint Sharpie back here to color this too, dude? Amy, this is looking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny sword. Gonna have to make a little rack for them. Happy Sunday crafting. My fingers and eyeballs need a break. Oh my God! Look how many swords she's made.
A full pin cushion.
It's a pin cushion full of them. Oh my God.
5 to 6 millimeter bead caps.
Oh. Here's the thingy. Dude. If you guys are posting thingies. Let's see, Danny. Let's look at yours. Oh, lit up. That looks so good, Danny. So what is the base of this hallway here? What is the base of this hallway again? Is that what is that the acrylic you lasered out?
So yeah, it's layers of acrylic and layers of acrylic and chipboard.
Oh my gosh. That is looking amazeballs. I love it. I love the like. It just looks clean. It looks like a. I don't know. It just looks. It looks very sci-fi, very spaceship. I love those side beams there. That kind of that tubular structure that you're creating and going for. It's looking good.
Thank you. Thank you much.
Ah, these stones are cool, Sonder. I like all the color you're putting in the stones. It looks really good.
Coming together, man.
Yeah,
They're really good.
yeah, that's gonna be. It's looking good. Look at that. Yes, stone and ruins for days. Yes, please. Yes, please. The mini mason coming in with this tower. Holy shnikes, that's looking cool.
Beautiful.
Again, with the different variations of the stone. I love the variation of the stone there. Still not done with painting, but a little dice tower you started yesterday. Oh, I just started a dice tower yesterday. No big deal. Look at this.
Is that that's individual bricks stuck around?
That's what it looks
maybe?
like to me. It looks like to me that you used shape. Did you use something to shape the bricks around Mini Mason? Ah, this is cool. Love the wood texture. The wood texture. The stone texture here.
Great work, everyone.
Killer. Everyone's killing it. More stones. More stones and ruins. Look at it. All the paint everywhere. Ah, it's looking good. And coming in last. Because I was like, well, I should share it too. There's a picture of it at least not falling down midstream. It does kind of have like with that look. It's a little bit more kind of like a not grungier, almost a steampunky kind of quality to it. But I really like. There's something to be said with this adhesive tape, the drywall patch, for texturing. There's gonna be I'm gonna use that. I've never used it before, and people swear by using that for windows, for all sorts of stuff. But I think for like creating like a metal mesh background, I'm gonna play around with it for more sci-fi stuff in the future.
And if you're on that Discord thing, I think I put the Facebook link to the video of my kid in the R2D2 in there. I think it's in
Is
there.
it refreshed? Where is it? Hold on. How do I?
It's a little bit above yours, but
Where is it?
there's a Facebook link from me. It should be that thing.
Will it do it?
But
Oh, I don't know if it'll do
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah, there's a link. You can open it up.
Yeah,
And
so folks, if you're curious about that thing that we were talking about, I did provide.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh no.
Just give me 1 second, everyone. I have to add it real quick, but I'm doing it. This is happening. Hold on.
At that point, the gearing was all like grindy, so it was like.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
Doesn't matter. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make this happen. Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna try this out. I need Discord to go away, and I need. Is it there? Hold on. I think I captured it.
Is that Sebastian? Is that just a brick panel, like the 4x8 sheet of like brick that you have along the wall, or did you paint those in?
Or
the bricks of your
this wall
garage?
here?
Yeah,
That's just a brick wall that's in here.
that's so convenient. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love exposed brick, and it's great for dungeons and stuff. Definitely can attest to that.
I love real brick. I just love it.
Yeah, I've seen Professor Dungeon Craft himself. He's redone his set a bit. If you haven't seen the Dungeon Craft channel, he does a lot of kind of like reviews of like some OSR products, old school rules, and then even just like D&D news, and he'll craft some stuff as well. He's got a good channel, and he's painted up his back. Like he's actually got sculpted bricks and stuff now there that look quite good from in the back of his videos. So, but it's definitely very convenient. If you have a brick wall, it's
Even easier. Right, it's already there.
Yeah, it's already there. It
Exactly.
kind of has the same feel. A little bit more modern, I guess.
I was trying to get our capture the R2 and play it live on the stream here, Danny. I couldn't get it, but other folks have already started clicking on the link, and the Amy saying it's crazy, adorable, and brilliant. How delightful! Like it is delightful and adorable. It's the coolest costume I've ever seen. It's super dope.
It was a good time.
How long did it take you to make that?
Far too much time. And it was, as is always the case with Halloween costumes, a lot of it was done on October 30th. And then finishing at like 4 a.m. on the 31st. And then I pulled in the big guns. I had my brother work with me. And then somewhere along the line, we were working in a backyard, and we stepped away and we're like, oh my God, R2-D2. I'm looking at R2-D2. It was fun.
Yep. Well, it turned out what a cool project, and I love how, crafting is a big part of the household over there for you guys, and it's
he
cool.
Still lives in the living room. We actually still have the R2-D2.
I was gonna say that can't go away. That has to be.
Yeah, you can't throw that out.
You can't throw that out.
Some of the parts have been scavenged out for other things, but there's still pretty much an R2-D2 in the house.
What are you shaping up a pipe there? Yeah, you are.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's
just some old pipe from a kid's play tent that we threw out.
Perfect.
Save these little pipes. They got little attachment stuff that you can chisel out. It's quite easy to sculpt it up.
Well, you got a lot done on your piece today, Sebastian, on the stream. You got that window frame cut out. You got wiring laid within there. You have piping that's laid down within. You've got lighting that works. As opposed to me that doesn't have anything. And more importantly, you have a droid that pan and tilts around your table while you do it.
He's stolen the show, really.
He did.
I'm a little.
He did steal the show.
That's
a little pissed off at him, but he's at least he serves me, and he'll know his place right by my side, helping me out, won't you, pal?
Well,
but yeah, I actually am surprised how much I got done in the stream. Like, I know I kind of barely started with anything, but there's the ground. Like, I think I've probably focused a lot more on the underneath detail kind of stuff, but that's all going to add some extra, some shadows stuff, some interesting lighting stuff that's going to be.
You may have to break your ghosting status in the Discord and share that once it's all done.
Never. I always look. I'm always.
Well.
Oh yeah, I'll have to be sure to check out, because I can see that there's a lot of talented people in there, so I'll have to share my own stuff. I'll try it. It's a weird gray area where you got your own channel. Like, I want to share my stuff that I'm working on.
Yes.
But I haven't finished it on the video yet. So like, but it really is. It like, am I spoiling the surprise? I'm too small for anyone to really notice anyway. So what's the harm in sharing just a little work in progress? I guess get people a little sneak peek.
You are always welcome to share, and you are growing yourself, my friend. You just passed 800 subs not that long ago, so congratulations on that. That's how it starts, man. It's got to start somewhere. Everyone starts out somewhere with it, and it's one of the things that I really enjoy. We really enjoy about the Sunday stream is, there are folks that I would have never have connected with otherwise, or maybe come across, but through this live stream, expanding and connecting, the community is so vast that Tabletop Crafters group on Facebook has almost 38,000 people. That's a lot of crafters out there. That's a lot of talent that's out there. So, it's something I know we really enjoy is connecting with more people from the community, and hopefully helping each other grow a little bit. That would be the goal.
Yeah, that's something I've loved about your channel. Is just being able to get that different perspective from a lot of the channels and crafters that come on. And just have a little relaxed catch up and stuff. So it's been good, and this has been a good distraction to keep me less nervous. So that's been good. So yeah, thank you for having me on. And yes, 800 subscribers is a great milestone, and I look forward to that. People getting more attention and growing, and hopefully I can do more things. But I think my main focus is to create some good quality stuff that people can find helpful and useful and inspirational. I guess that's kind of the motto of the channel, to create and inspire. And that's what you've done today, Colin, very well. And you guys, with your lights and your almost finished dioramas.
Well, it's been lovely to it's been lovely to have been inspired by you, my friend. So this the first of many. Although even no one saw behind the scenes the biggest flub. Trying to improve the quality of the stream almost didn't have. We barely made it in time to get it all set up for you today, but that's all right. That's for us to figure out and for us to brainstorm and troubleshoot. So that's also part of the fun for it as well. The other side of the crafting live stream is all the technical components. So this has been a super rad day. Thank you all of you out there for joining us today, and Sebastian, Michael, and Danny, is always a pleasure. And if you are not familiar with, which y'all should be by now, but if we haven't chatted too much today about, but Nat One Videos, be sure to head on over to Nat One Videos and check the channel out. Subscribe to Michael.
Mention something about that.
Oh,
Colin.
please, brother.
Is that I'd been doing the giveaway thing.
Oh yes.
On my channel, and on this Thursday I'll do a live stream at 6 in the evening, UK time. If anyone entered for that, just to see if you won some terrain. Sweet. That's it.
We'll be sure to I'll be sure to shout that out on Wednesday as well, and we'll everyone tune in 6 p.m. on Nat One Video so we can check out, see what you won. I should enter too, just so I could force you to send me something all the way from.
You're not allowed to enter, Colin, legally, because we are affiliates.
That's okay. I mean, I do have a giant dwarven cemetery that you sent me that is like the coolest thing ever. So I think I can suffice. I'll be okay. I have an amazing craft here already. That
it was a bit weird because all my nephews and nieces were super excited, and they all entered the thing, and I was just like, because YouTube have these rules about giveaways.
Yes.
That you have to abide by, and and then I had to tell them all, I'm sorry, guys, you can't enter.
Well, we will abide, and we will be sure to tune in regardless if we're allowed to win anything or not, just to make sure we get to see everyone else's reaction and support the giveaway. What a cool thing you're doing for all your subscribers over there on your channel, brother. Yep. Well, certainly, I don't know, man. We like to say it, Sebastian, but the first time, but hopefully, certainly not the last. Although you're like 7 a.m., it might be my last time. We'll have to.
No, look, there are more public holidays coming up. So it's Monday in Australia today. So it was an opportune way to kind of toggle that around so it didn't impact work too much. But always a pleasure to stop by if I can. It was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for having me on the stream.
You're welcome, brother. We'll definitely do it again. And thank you all for tuning in today. Be sure to craft your passion daily. We'll see you on Wednesday with maybe a couple of special guests lined up. I know I normally go solo, but I know one person's reached out to me to join me on Wednesday, and I might make a thing of it. So stay tuned for more details on that as I prepare the next Fights on Foam series for Wednesday. But till then, we'll see you next time. Cheers, everyone.
See you, everyone.
Bye.